Hello, everyone, and thank you for coming. Congrats on being first, Faust. You got it this time. Ray, I'm sorry, I guess. I'm not sure if that's a thing that's bad. It wouldn't be my personal choice, but as long as you're having fun, I guess that's what matters. Um, yeah, so fortunately, my allergies are not quite as bad today as they were yesterday, so I shouldn't be quite as stuffy as I was last night, which was real rough. But yeah, that should be an improvement. It was really nice and warm today. Went for a nice walk this afternoon, and it was lovely out, though the weather is starting to become a little bit cooler and very windy. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully, we don't have a transformer get knocked out by the wind, and kill the stream, because that would suck. Because tonight we are playing MonsterCon, which just came out last week. It is the fourth game in the Monster Prom series. It's a series that I've thoroughly enjoyed. Um, I didn't actually play number three quite as much. I kind of had a bit of a different setup. It was still a lot of fun. But apparently MonsterCon 4 goes back to the same kind of gameplay loop as the first two games, except it's at a con. So it is very much up my alley, and I am really looking forward to seeing what kind of shenanigans the characters get up to. Now, you'll notice that I don't have the game up yet. That is because at the beginning of the game, which I saw when I launched it to get things set up in OBS, there is a very cute little music video thing. So I couldn't possibly let you not experience that. So we're going to get that launched now and jump into MonsterCon. Oh, is it coming up? There it is.
Let's go to the con, come on, monsters bring it on. It's time to make it fun, it's time to make it right. I said it, let's go to the con, nothing can stop us. And you know we're gonna make it right, we're gonna make it whole. There are all sorts of stands, come take my hand, let's overspend, fun and demand. There is nothing you can do. Let me become your stand, number one fan. This is our chance, there's no romance. There is nothing you can do to me. Monster, 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 monster. Yeah. I'm a nerd, I'm a weeb, everybody club with me. Monster, 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 monster. Yeah. I'm a weirdo, I'm a geek, come with me, we'll feel complete. Monster is the way you feel, monster is the way you feel, monster is the way you feel all the time. Monster is the way you feel, monster is the way you feel all the time, all the time. There are alternate stands, something I hand, let's understand, fun and demand. There is nothing you can do. Let me become your stand, number one fan. This is our chance, there's a romance. There is nothing you can do to me.
That is great, and I love it. Okay. Yeah, so I have not played this game at all yet. I've been waiting for today to jump into it with you all. So I know nothing about any of the wacky events that are going to take place. So I am really excited to see what happens. Local. Do you want us to teach you all the ins and outs of the game? Yes, show me the tutorials. Do you want to hear awesome voice effects? Yeah, give me voices. Just one player today. Let's see. Short mode does not include the mystery box shop or plot lines and secret endings. Well, we definitely want those. So if we play a long game, that'll probably take us to the end of stream, because it is going to take us a little longer with me reading everything out and whatnot. So yeah, let's play a long game. Let's see, what's our soundtrack going to be? Hey, Faust! I saw you got first. Congratulations. Let's see. So what's our OST gonna be today? There's surf rock, lo-fi beats, kawaii future bass, retro, or fantasy vibes. Ooh, I'm feeling fantasy vibes, I think. SpookyCon. For some, it was just a nerdy convention, but for us, it was 4 days to celebrate our many passions and obsessions fiercely, unapologetically. And we weren't alone. Regardless of what you loved, you could always find people who'd make you feel seen and understood. Anywhere else, we might have been seen as weirdos and misfits. But here, we could finally feel like, no matter who we were, we belonged. Okay, who are we? Let's see. Oh, I guess so these are the DLC characters, so we don't have access to them. Let's see. You know what? This one's kind of like me on the inside. So we're gonna go with Shadowy Boy. Now, our name... Rannis. As we gotta. Yeah.
I hope they like my cosplay.
But as dreamy as SpookyCon was, it also came with its own set of pressures, some of which we already knew so well. At the end of those 4 days, the after-party loomed over our heads, posing that one evergreen question. Would we get a date for that night? As uncertainty plagued our hearts, we couldn't help but think of the 6 hottest nerds at the con.
Cool.
Zoe, an eldritch cutie who went from endless deity and harbinger of destruction to author of the renowned fanfic Liam Prom. I do like her, she's one of my favorites.
That's an awful idea.
Liam de Lioncourt, a hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid the fact that he was truly a lovable dork.
Hooray!
Doug Campbell, a kind-hearted slime that was incredibly broke from supporting all the fandoms he loved. That's a mood. Omen, an evil overlord who was recently freed from imprisonment in exchange for giving up her passion for stabbing people. Ooh, I kinda like Omen.
I have the perfect cosplay for that.
Nico Sharp, an over-the-top mimic who preferred cosplay over shapeshifting, even if they weren't the best at getting into character.
Anyway.
And April 1st, a clown idol who was contractually obligated to bottle up all of her non-camera ready emotions inside cute mascots. It had to be one of them, but who? We had 4 days to gather some courage and shoot our shot. What was the worst that could happen? Being rejected and alone the rest of our lives? Ha! That's only in real life. We'd had our fair share of love and rejection. This surely wasn't our first rodeo. In fact, one might even say it was our 4th. And as we had grown to know ourselves better, we realized we felt more confident. Now you'll have to choose 3 things you like. Each like is tied to one or several romance options. Your likes will soft lock you into some ROs you'll encounter more often. You can correct this soft lock by meeting other ROs in the food court, which you'll see later. Okay. After the likes phase, you'll be asked to choose a top 3 within a category. You'll choose your first, second, and third favorite option in descending order, okay? This will shape your starting stats, alright? 3 things we like, okay. Ooh, stabbing is pretty good. Let's see. Okay, well, we're gonna go with stabbing. Because I'm pretty sure that's the one for Omen. Or at least one of them for Omen. Enemies to lovers, I feel like, is for Zoe. Because she's the fanfiction writer. So we're gonna go with enemies to lovers, because I would like Zoe to be in my my pool. And then I do like correcting other people, but that would be for Liam, and we don't want him. Power scaling your friends does seem fun. Dad joke t-shirts are pretty neat. Anime monologues. Kawaii plushies of deadly animals? Okay, that's gotta be for the clown. I do like stupidly specific panels. Well, let's go with power scaling your friends. Why not? Choose your top 3 favorite villain archetypes. I gotta say, I do like the mysterious fellow. And evil clowns are always a good choice, but I know that's probably leaning into the clown person who I don't really want. But I gotta be honest. Kefka represent. And then yeah, like shady corporate tycoon who eventually gets like one-upped in the end. We weren't new to all this, so this time we challenged ourselves with a goal other than finding love. With the support of Zoe and Liam... Oh, okay, well, at least we got Zoe. Liam I don't care for. We had decided to take on a project we had been putting off for too long.
What should I write?
Making our own comic! Let's fucking go! I did actually, as a child in school, I did make some comics of my own, actually. Like, not like full-length comics, but just like little one-page things for art class. Featuring Mr. McDevil the Evil Weevil, who was very bad at being evil, and all the evil stuff he tried to do ended up having good consequences. Let's see, we had so many ideas, and yet we always found excuses not to work on them. But the con was the perfect setting to find inspiration and go for it. What's my genre gonna be? Punch or romance? I gotta say, neither of these are really my genre. I'm not a big romance person. I guess I'd be more into the punchy stuff than the romance. Like, I do enjoy One Piece. Though One Piece is really more of a character development anime that happens to have a lot of punching. But we're gonna go with a punch comic. The fear of failure has stopped us for too long, but then we reminded ourselves of the one thing that always kept us going. That we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start.
My turn? Really?
Wait a second, champ. Yeah, no need to rush into this. We're here to give you some tips on how to do cons the right way. Oh, so I don't know if these are necessarily my starting people, or if these are just like the guys who help you with the tutorial. Because these are, I think, the only two returning characters in the love interests, among those 6 that we saw at the beginning. Or 8, or however many there were. Because Liam is from... I don't know if he was in the second game. He was definitely in the third. I don't think he was in the first game. Zoe has been here since the first game. She was a DLC character in the first game and has been a fan favorite ever since. Yeah, no need to rush into this. We're here to give you some tips on how to do cons the right way. Think of it like some sort of tutorial. God knows you could use one of those. As everyone knows, the main activity of a con is finding love. Well, that's never worked out for me, but, yeah, I know it isn't really, but this is Uranus we're talking about. Look at him. He's probably aiming to get a date at the big con after party. Ah, yes. The silence speaks volumes. Well, if you want to get a date, you'd better get to know the other person and what they look for in a potential partner. Exactly. Do they share dreams and fears? Are your visions of the world in sync? Are your souls truly compatible? Too complicated. Let's say someone's personality can be defined through 5 traits. Smarts, boldness, creativity, charm, and fun. Yep, the standard set. Let's call them stats. It sounds cooler and more video gamey. A tad reductive, but let's work with that. Then you have to ask yourself, is your fun high enough for someone who loves to party? Our fun is actually pretty good here. Our charm is very low, and so is our boldness. Is your boldness low enough for someone who likes peace and quiet? Oh, interesting. So having low stats is, can work for you as well. Sometimes people are even more ambiguous, like they may like someone who's just balanced. The point is, everyone has their standards, stat standards. And if by some chance you want to go to the party by yourself, which is a totally valid option if that's your jam, don't think you'll be exempt from managing your stats. You can still fail at it. There's more stuff to keep in mind, but let's cover that later, okay? There was a panel I wanted to check out. Sounds good. And I have to rehearse the next tutorial. Have fun, Uranus. Darn tootin' we will. Okay, so there's a bunch of different areas that we can go to. There's the main stage, community zone, the lobby, hotel and outdoors, or the merch hall. Okay, we gotta go to the merch hall. Artist Alley is always stop number 1 before it gets super crowded. Near the merch hall, you find a gacha shop. You put in a coin and get a real buff duck. Awesome! Random, but cool. You put in another coin. You open the gacha and there's a letter? Please help us. We buff ducks were imprisoned in these balls by the gacha masters centuries ago. It all began when... And you're already bored. You get another gacha ball and it's another buff duck. Cool! Take +2 charm. Rest in peace, buff ducks. Afterwards, you, Nico, April, and Zoe... Oh, which ones are Nico and April? Oh, April's the clown, which, Is Nico the stabby one? I guess we're gonna see in a minute. You, Nico, April, and Zoe head over to work your super kawaii shifts at the Pop-Up Maid Cafe. Oh no, Nico's the mimic. Hey look, Omen just walked in. Oh yes, Omen is the stabby one. So this is the Maid Cafe? I thought it would be cleaner. Welcome home, princess. Or would you prefer to be called master? Gender is a prison from which I have escaped. I would most like you to address me as your overlord. Preach! Follow me, my overlord. I'll show you to your seat. Hooray! Everything's going pretty smoothly for once. Oh, wait, no. Looks like Omen's gotten drunk on power.
Nice job, idiots.
You call that a Sugoi happy morning dance? I'm not happy at all. Do it better this time. Yes, my overlord. From the top, girls. Here's your omu rice, my overlord. Let's say the magic words together. Moe moe kyun. Was that spell supposed to make this dry, unseasoned omelet appetizing? Because it did not work. Bring me a medium rare prime rib steak and a chalice of orc's blood to drink.
I don't think so.
We don't serve that here. What you serve right now is me. Bring me a steak, or I shall order someone to bring your corpse home to your mother. Hey, I can't help but notice that Omen's being a bit much. They're being the fucking worst. I'd kill them if I thought I could get the bloodstains out of this apron. Kawaii? Is there something we can do about them? I don't know how many more Sugoi happy morning twerks I have left in me. That'd be for the best if Omen ever wants to redeem themselves. And besides, they totally deserve some payback. How can you end their reign of terror? Okay, we got a couple of choices here. Maids have been subservient for too long. Call the maids to arms. Ignite the hearts of your comrades and start the long overdue maid revolution. Or, maid problems call for maid solutions. Tell Omen that if they keep being a problem, they'll be having lunch in the cafe's Iron Maiden. I'm not sure if we have the boldness for starting a maid revolution. But that also feels like that would cause problems. So yeah, no, we're gonna tell Omen that if they keep being a problem, they're gonna get locked in the Iron Maiden. You bring out the Iron Maiden. It's horribly spiky on the inside, but has an adorable frog motif on the outside. Omen, this is your last chance to apologize to us and promise to be nicer from now on. Ha! You shall not make demands of me. Bring me my steak, you uppity underlings. Well, we tried. Lock 'em up! You and your friends try to force Omen inside the Iron Maiden. It's a bit like forcing a cat to get in the bath. Dang, you'd think all these chains and spikes would make Omen less slippery.
Ramble before
Grr. That's Overlord to you. Finally, you shove them in and lock the door shut. Now you can return to work in peace. Let me out! Your Overlord needs to pee! Not until you've learned your lesson. I don't know, maybe we should let them out. Omen was locked up in an Iron Maiden for a long time. Putting them in another one might be traumatizing. That's kind of the point. What? No, I don't care. I still sleep in Iron Maiden sometimes. This is just a dick move.
Goodbye.
In that case, it's the perfect response to your behavior. Have fun in there. You, Nico, April, and Zoe work the rest of your shifts to the sound of Omen's muffled swearing and banging inside the Iron Maiden. I think it's been long enough. Omen, are you ready to come out now? We made you some fresh amu rice and a pika pika parfait. You can eat it if you promise to behave. Fine.
That was clever indeed.
Blech. That was claustrophobic. But I must admit, I am impressed you all followed through on such a hardcore threat. You have my respect. Wow. That's the closest Omen's ever come to acknowledging anyone as an equal. You gain +2 boldness and lose 2 charm. Okay.
But I'm not prepared.
Okay, I do think I want to, turn off the voices, though, because that's kind of interrupting me being able to read things. So I will do that after this tutorial here. Wait a second, it's time for a new episode of Tutorials with Liam and Zoe. Yes, we realized we have explained the importance of managing stats, but we didn't cover how to manage them properly. Exactly. Stats can be managed in a number of ways, but let's cover the most important one. That'd be experiencing the sort of absurd and exciting adventures that usually take place once you visit a location. Let's call these experiences events for short. Normally during an event, you face a conflict you must solve by choosing between potential solutions. Options, if you will. What you choose will define you as a person. If you choose a smart option, you'll gain smarts. Yeah, if you choose to punch a bear, that'd be quite bold of you, so you gain boldness. But stats are also lost when choosing an option. Every path not taken is a stat lost. Which is to say, if you choose the smart option instead of punching the bear, you'd gain smarts but lose boldness. Just try not to punch a bear, okay? Liam, let Uranus punch a bear if that's who he is as a person. Anyway, there are a few more ways of managing stats, like, Liam, let's write those down in a manual or something. I really wanted to go check out those limited figurines I told you about. True, we can keep giving you tips later, yes? In the meantime, don't get yourself killed. Okay, where's my settings? Here we go. Voice... Oh, I guess we can just do that to turn voices off. Okay. That way it shouldn't be having to talk over the voices or wait for them to finish. Okay, so we just did the merch hall, so we can't go back there. Let's see. Where should we go next? The hotel seems interesting. But we could do some gaming at the community zone. Let's do that. Let's go to the community zone, see if we can pick up a game. You check out the games going on at the community zone, and you find an area dedicated to retro video games. You start by playing some N64 games. Then you go further back in time to play the original Super Mario, where Mario is a dick. You round out your playing session by playing checkers and the royal game of Your Mesopotamian gamer skills grant you +2 fun. We are so fun. We've got 14 points. Wait, what is this? Oh, is this the number of events until the end of the game? Okay. Time to flex your writing muscles. You're attending a workshop hosted by Zoe, author of Liam Prom, her popular fanfic about a world where everyone is Liam. Oh, good lord. Thanks for coming, everyone. I'm going to share some writing tips. Then you'll get to flash write some fics of your own. Isn't that exciting? I'm so nervous. Zoe's such a good writer. What if she hates my work and stops being my friend and shadow bans me from reading Liam Prom ever again? Fear not, Doug. You've trained for this. The thousands of pages of fanfiction you've consumed were all leading up to this moment. Some quick and dirty tips are, well, to keep your fic quick and dirty. Write as much as you want for the rough draft, then cut the excess and keep the sexy parts. Also, don't be afraid to get weird with it. The readers came into your house, and if they don't like how you decorated the place, they can leave. Finally, never forget the lube. That's writing advice and good life advice in general. Now get writing. Stir my hearts and my loins. I'll be around to check on you. I lubed up my keyboard, but I keep making typos and I still don't have a good fanfic idea. I've got one. You should write a 2-page essay on all of the good deeds I did this week. I'm not doing your homework for the Redemption Arc program, Omen. Why not? It would be fictional. It fits the criteria. Surely you can do better than that. Suggest a fanfic for Doug to write. Let's see, 9 to 5 Dungeon. A slice of life about Doug working an office job as a low-level monster in a dungeon. Honestly, not gonna lie, I would read the hell out of that. Bad artist copy, good artist steal. You've heard of Liam Prom, now it's time for OmenCon. Nah, I want to read. I want to read the story about Doug working as a low-level monster. Yeah, okay. They say write what you know, so I guess I could do something with this prompt. 9 to 5 dungeon, eh? I love it. Have you worked in a dungeon before, Doug? I need a drink. There's a lot of talking in this game. Nah, but my dad does. He wants me to get an honest job like his someday, so I've been to the job site with him a few times. Your father gets defeated by adventurers over and over as a profession? Yep, it's basically the slime equivalent of the American dream. What an injustice! If I owned a dungeon, Doug, I would appoint you Chief Slime Officer, and no one would kill you under my tutelage. Hey, you could use that. Why don't you put Omen in your fic too? Every dungeon needs an evil final boss. A dungeon boss, eh? Now there is a profession I can get excited about. My slimes would be the most fearsome slimes in all the land. I'd give them guns and teach them karate. I'd love to learn the ancient art of gun karate. Good idea. Let us study gun karate, Doug, for writing research. Ooh, a training arc. Bring on the sweaty gym clothes and fan service shots. Omen produces 2 guns from you don't want to know where, and starts making karate chopping motions while firing bullets into the air. Hi-ya! Thus, 9 to 5 Dungeon was born. You gain +2 smarts for your prompt, but lose 2 creativity. How do I lose creativity for that? I thought that was really cool. Huh. I would have thought that you'd lose creativity for just copying Zoe's idea. Well, bah humbug. Oh, interesting, we can't go back to the merch hall. I thought that it was only the last one that you couldn't go to, but I guess it's any that you've gone to you can't go to again? Alright, well, excuse me. Let's check out the main stage, see what's going on. You decide to watch a panel discussing fighting game archetypes. Ooh, the grappler. Big arms to grapple you. Usually they have kidneys. That's good to know. Misdirected urge for hugging people. Okay. Your main goal is to determine which archetype you'd be. Are you a grappler? Are you a zoner? By the end of the panel, you realize you are the very rare lover, a highly ineffective archetype for fighting games. Makes sense. You're a better fit for a dating sim. I don't know, I think if Casimira was a fighting game character, they would definitely be like a zoner. They would use like bombs and gadgets and things to stay at a distance. Kind of like Peacock from Skullgirls. You gain +2 smarts for achieving such self-awareness. Our charm still sucks though. Tell me, Uranus, what was the happiest day of your life? Is it the day you fell in love, received a hard-earned reward, ate a particularly delicious sandwich? Delicious sandwiches are pretty great. Well, prepare to knock that day into second place, because today you're seeing the exclusive pre-premiere of the new Dragon Heat movie. Commence hype! Sorry kids, we gotta cut off the line here. The theater's at capacity. No! My patience is at capacity. Let us in, or when I'm done with you, you'll be eating through a tube. It's okay, Omen. There are other events we can go to, like... No, sorry. I can't be positive about this. I'm going back to the hotel to cry fully clothed in the shower. No, nobody's leaving. We're not just gonna take this lying down. Nico climbs up the statues of the Dragon Heat characters until they've reached a suitable height to deliver a rousing speech. Fellow fans, hear me roar. We will not be denied our right to see the film of the decade. Did we not come to this con to conquer? To feast upon fun and fandom? To demand the respect we fucking deserve? I say we raid this showcase and lay claim to the seats and refreshments that our ancestors fought and died for. Who's with me? Finally, something violent is happening. I'm in. I'm in too, but how are we gonna get past the guards? They probably have tasers or something, and we're just a line of people with foam swords. Do you not have goddess-like powers? Can you not simply use those to force our way in? I could, but like, I didn't eat breakfast this morning, and I slept on my neck weird. It's just not a good time, you know? I actually did sleep on my neck weird, and it is still quite sore. Fortunately, I have a Hitachi, which is very good for my neck and shoulders. But still, it doesn't do a perfect job. Fine. Maybe Uranus can make himself useful by coming up with a way to get in. Okay. Diversion tactics. Distract the security guards by stabbing them in the stomach. Okay, not bad. I have a feeling that would be increasing boldness and reducing smarts. Convince the guards by telling them that if they let you all invade the panel, you will help them invade one thing of their choice. Okay, I have a feeling that, yeah, that would reduce our boldness and increase our smarts. But you know what? We're going for Zoe, who I think values smarts. Omen is more of a boldness character, but honestly, the more I hear from them, the less kind of into them I am. They are, like, I'm all for a good stabbing, don't get me wrong, but they're maybe a little too into it. So yeah, let's convince the guards that if they'll let us invade the panel, we'll help them invade something else. What? Is that a bribe? Disperse, or I'll apprehend you and take you to con jail. Wait, partner, let's think this through. I've always wanted to invade France. Hey, there's an idea. France just will lie down and take it. We can do that. Everyone always told me it was a stupid idea, and I get it. One person can't invade France alone. But with the help of, let me count, 37 people who want to watch a movie? Well, not so stupid anymore, is it? Heed my advice. Abandon this dream. Invading France is not all it's cracked up to be. Well, I may have been banned from entering France ever again, so invading it is my only option left if I ever want to see the Louvre. Why did you get banned from entering France? Why does anyone get banned from anything? What's important right now is that we might have the numbers to pull this thing off. Partner, I'll do this with you. You had my back when I accidentally shot a civilian multiple times, so I'll have your back now. Oh, thank you, thank you. Let's invade France with the help of these young nerds. Okay, it's a deal. How about you two act as our initial strike force and head to France now, and we'll meet you there after the movie. Great idea. Bring bombs. See you in Europe. Hopefully I don't get banned from Twitch for that. The guards hop on a flight to France and you all raid the pre-premiere, meaning you sit politely on the floor and watch the movie. Surely it'll be a while before you have to explain yourselves to the cops. You have gained +2 charm, and lose 2 boldness. Okay, I am totally cool with that trade-off, because I am very bad at learning how to get charm. Okay, yeah, so we've done those 3 now, so I guess we have to go through all 5 of them. So, alright, so what do you think? We've got the lobby and the hotel. Well, you don't go to the hotel until the end of the day. So let's go to the lobby. See what's going on. Ooh! It's a, whatever the lamb game is. I haven't actually played it. Cult of the Lamb. That's it. I don't actually have it, but I've seen other people play it, and it looks fun. But I would be very bad at it, because I'm not good at the whole dodging thing. You're having a great time at the con, so you decide to tell the world by tweeting, having a great time at the con. Good one! Unfortunately, that's enough bait for an online troll to reply, "You're a dumb fuck!" Whatever happened to online etiquette? You're not going to let him ruin your day, so you engage in a spirited but respectful debate with him. After a while, the troll writes, "Sorry, my mistake. You're a fucking dumb fuck." You're definitely embarking on a journey of revenge when this con is over. You gain +2 boldness for not backing down from an online fight. You're hanging in the lobby with Zoe and April when you're given the uniquely horrible honor of being targeted by an annoying streamer. Oh my. Oh no, these are... Okay, so this is a really annoying streamer. Not my kind of annoying. Yo, 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 it's your boy Riz. I'm here with the internet sweetheart who got honkers for days. April 1st. Honk, honk. So get this, April. I'm an aspiring clown fucker. What's a guy gotta do to get in your cotton candy panties? Ugh. This dude's got major ick vibes, right? It's not just me. Don't be silly. Riz has my total trust and millions of subscribers, so... He's a sentient fart, Zoe! Please save me! Yeah, nah, this is over. Why don't you go and stick your camera up your ass, bub? Okay. An ass stream would get good engagement. The streamer sticks his phone into the seat of his jeans and accidentally films Omen stabbing someone to death behind you all. Die, motherfucker! Die of my boredom! I thought they were banned from stabbing. I don't think stabbing a stranger is great for Omen's redemption arc. Maybe she's stabbing them for a good reason. They could be a criminal or someone who talks on speakerphone in public. Either way, stabbing is illegal, right? So it's probably not a good look to be doing it on a live stream. LMAO, true that. So April, what do you have to say about the allegations that you're friends with a psychotic murderer? I plead the fifth? Omen's gonna get arrested, and April's reputation will be ruined. Both equally big emergencies. Do something to save their asses. Okay. Call out, is this the line for renowned conceptual artist Omen's latest work, getting stabbed the artistic experience? Or dilute the blame. Stab someone else and yell, stab party! I feel like this is a boldness creativity trade. And we would like Zoe to like us more than Omen. So, yeah, let's, as much as I would like to start a stab party, first of all, that's super rude to do at a convention. And second, yeah, I just don't want to do that. Because then that'll make Omen like us more, and I definitely want to go with Zoe. Because Zoe is my favorite. We'll get around to the others eventually, but, Zoe is my favorite. Alright, yeah. Hey, what's the big idea? I was in line to get stabbed first. What the fuck are you talking about? Call an ambulance. What line, you ask? Why, the line to be stabbed by Omen, of course. She's the hottest, bloodthirstiest conceptual artist ever. This modern era is so strange, but okay. She stabs you in the stomach, artistically. Stop crying. The pain is part of the art. Oh, I get it. Uranus is doing this to clear Omen's name. Soon the power of mob mentality makes all the passers-by want to be part of the performance. They line up to get stabbed by Omen. Yuck. I'm out of here before I get someone's blood on my new Yeezys. Okay, you deserve to be stabbed. Mwahaha! This is the best day of my life. Wowee! You're a trendsetter, Omen. Boo-hoo! Why doesn't anyone line up to get stabbed by me? Do not despair, April. I invite you to collaborate with me on one stabbing. It is all in the name of art. Okay, whee! It all worked out, you think, as you calmly pass out from blood loss? Oh, we lost some fun, but we gained 2 creativity for getting stabbed in the name of art. That's cool. I did want to get more creativity, because I feel like Zoe appreciates high creativity. Welcome to the food court. You'll be visiting this place twice per run. Ah yes, this tutorial will be delivered by me, the narrator. Tutorials explained by characters are fun and immersive, but as the narrator, I have the power to go straight to the point. For example, I can just tell you that by pressing tab, you can access useful info. Oh, can we? Oh, that's what brings up that thing, I guess. Or that you can consult the dialogue history by either pressing H or mouse wheel up. Cool, huh? Anyhow, back to the food court. I don't think you're allowed to be here without a shirt, man. Food court turns are about getting to know the one person you want to take to the con after party, even if that means getting to know yourself. There are 5 tables you can choose from. 3 of the tables are populated by the 6 romance options, in pairs. One of the tables lets you call one of several guests, who are essentially alternative date options. Finally, there's a table for you to sit alone. Hey, please have this dance? Maybe are you also at the con? These tables are tied to their own mechanics. As usual, our jam is obscuring said mechanics a bit, so you can focus on the narrative side of this experience. By playing, you can slowly but steadily learn how everything works. But if that's not your style, we've added helpful explanations of everything in the manual. Feel free to check it out. Just keep in mind that each table only allows for 1 player. I guess that matters if you're playing with multiple players. Now go choose a seat. Okay. So yeah, oh, I guess this is for if we want to invite one of the other guests, which we're not going to do in this run, but maybe later. I guess this is the solo table. But I want to go hang out with Zoe. I didn't know there were so many of these games. I've seen the first one, it seems really cute. Yeah, they are a lot of fun. This is the 4th one, which just came out last week. So we're giving it a checkout for the very first time. And so yeah, so we're going to hang out with Zoe and Doug. Okay, so we can actually choose. I'm going to choose Zoe. So you want to go on a date, huh? As we've said, these mechanics are covered in the manual, but there's one little thing we wanted to cover here. You'll see some peppers on the different dates. They're a sort of spicy meter. This is like declaring your preference of spiciness when you're pursuing a date. It doesn't affect the date itself, but the ending you'll get if you succeed. The art might be the same, but the narrative won't. 0 peppers will make the ending more platonic. 1 and 2 peppers will make the ending somewhere between romantic and suggestive. 3 peppers will make the ending definitely naughty. Just keep in mind that choosing a low amount of peppers won't affect the content of secret endings, which might be naughty. Okay, you're now truly prepared to go on your first date. Watch a movie is no peppers, or board game night. Ooh, board game night does sound fun, but I want to see the spicy ending with Zoe. Let's go out to dinner. You and Zoe go out to a fancy restaurant. You're always playing the newest releases? Sometimes. Sometimes I'm playing newer stuff, sometimes I'm playing stuff that came out a decade ago. I've got such a backlog to get through. But this is one that I did want to play. Because it's also incredibly cost-effective. It cost me like 15 bucks or something. So I definitely don't buy like the expensive AAA stuff on release. That stuff I wait until it drops to like 20, 30 bucks. But always good to support indie companies. Alright, so you and Zoe go out to a fancy restaurant. Zoe goes to town on some gyoza. That does sound good. You've never seen her stuff so many of her mouths at once. Gyoza surely hates to see Zoe coming, but the same can't be said for you. Oh, so there's no actual choices or anything during the dates. You just choose who you want to hang out with. Okay. It's time to work on the comic. As your creative mentors, we've prepared very original questions that will spur extraordinary ideas. We've written 2 per day. You're welcome. Once the exercise is done, you might see no comic. Just yet. But you have to trust the process, Uranus. Your efforts will come to fruition by the end of the con. Totally! How you choose to answer the exercises will impact the script of the resulting comic. I recommend that you remember, or even take note of, every option you choose during this exercise, to better savor its impact once we get to see the resulting comic. And there's more to these exercises. All the choices will shape you as a person. Which is to say they will affect your stats. You'll feel these changes each time you solve one of the exercises. And indie musicians and VTubers and artists in general, oh yeah, definitely. Support your independent artists, guys. And there's one last thing I love about creative work. When several people collaborate, it changes them all as a group. Oh, I guess so if you're playing with other people, then you all work together on the same comic. That's right. My personal advice is that, even if one person is answering an exercise, the whole group should discuss it. To be clear, you'll gain a lot of the stat tied to the chosen option, but you'll lose the stats tied to the options not chosen. Okay, good to know. And these stat effects will equally affect all players. Shush that voice, it's breaking the immersion. Ugh. Anyway, enough procrastinating. Zoe's right, it's time to work on your craft. Hold this pencil and let the mind wander. The con is a whirlwind of activity and overstimulation, but somehow you find time to work on your comic. Time to brainstorm. Okay, so math has got to be smarts. What's something that stirs fear in your soul? Okay, or maybe not. Let's see, the ghosts of all the big surreal artists of the early 20th century. That one's probably creativity. Wolves with guns for legs. That's gotta be boldness. Wolves with big menacing dongs. That one feels like it's probably charm. I gotta say, wolves with big menacing dongs definitely stirs fear in my soul. I guess we could write a dojin. Wolves with guns for legs is also pretty intimidating. But you know what? I think wolves with big menacing dongs is definitely the thing that stirs the most fear in my soul. So we gotta go with the dongs. Oh, that was fun. Okay. What's something you do to impress everyone at your wedding? Reveal your most niche fetish in painful detail? Definitely not. Compliment everyone's hats? That's solid. Kill a walrus with your bare hands, just because. That one has to be boldness. Solve the Hodge conjecture, a major unsolved problem in algebraic geometry. That's definitely smarts. Complimenting everyone's hats has got to be charm. I think we want to add some charm here. We're definitely not revealing our niche fetish in painful detail. That is not appropriate for a wedding. That's for the wedding night. So we're going to compliment everyone's hats. Yeah, there we go. Charm. We needed some more charm. Now the thing is, I don't know what thresholds I need for Zoe. So we're gonna learn probably by the end of this, I guess. Stop right there. This is the Stat Police. We're here to test you on your stat knowledge. Just kidding. It's us, Zoe and Liam, renowned creators, verified hot people, and knowledgeable tutorial dispensers. Lord, who would do that? I've read some stories on Reddit from time to time. I generally try to avoid Reddit, but occasionally I end up there. And people make interesting choices sometimes. We thought we'd been giving Uranus all these exquisite tips on how to manage stats, but how easy is it to know which option ties to which stat? Yeah, some options will be easy to interpret, like how punching a bear feels like a very bold thing to do. But some will be quite a bit more nuanced, and it might be harder to tie them to a stat. Which is why we've written all the specifics to every stat in a manual for you to check, which will be available within the Customize menu. So even if an option might not feel tied to a specific stat, or even more than one, you just gotta take your time. Try to analyze what's the biggest clue within the option, and which stat relates to that specific clue. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. I could definitely use a drink. Thank you, Plum. Okay. Or you know what? Just ignore stats and choose whichever option feels more interesting to you. I think that's supposed to be live, yeah. Live, fail, have fun. I must agree with Zoe here. Just try not to fail too much. Meh, let's go play some DDR so I can see you fail too much. Shh, let's go. But don't be surprised if you're disappointed. See you around, Uranus. Okay, so now we're on to day 2, and we can access... Okay, so I get the gist of it now. So for each day, I guess, you have 4 places you can go. So you're going to go to all of the places except for one on each day. So, you know what? We didn't go to the hotel yesterday. So let's start out at the hotel. Presumably we stayed the night. So let's go there. Well, I guess maybe get some breakfast or something. Okay, we've got our Cult of the Lamb cosplay again. You're chilling at the hotel room with nothing to do. Looking around for cheap entertainment, you notice April's purse hanging from a chair. Oh, this doesn't sound good. Will you dare violate the sanctity of an idol's purse? Of course you will. You grab the purse, open it, and... oh no. No way. This is too horrible to describe. Don't count on me to utter these words. Here, have +2 creativity and go imagine it on your own. I'm out. Afterward, you decide to check out the nerdy lingerie stand for scientific reasons. Of course, science is very important. And find Zoe drooling over one of the display items. Hey, Uranus! You here to stare at Garfield's lasagnerie? I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce that. You here to stare at Garfield's lasagnerie too? I need that furry thong on my body. I wholeheartedly agree. Are you gonna buy it? I want to, but it's so rare and so expensive. But it's okay, because I have a plan. I'm going to sell the rights to Prom. You mean your fanfic about an alternate reality filled with nothing but different iterations of Liam? Yup. Nice lore drop, by the way. Very natural. See, this big-name publisher came to me a few months ago asking if they could adapt Prom into an animated web series. I was hesitant because Prom is my baby, and I didn't want some soulless executives changing it to fit their needs. But I want this lingerie. Some sacrifices must be made. I'm meeting with some company reps this afternoon to discuss contracts and usage rights. I'm kind of nervous, though. I'm not very business-minded. I barely understand mortals' fascination with coupons. Why don't you bring me along? I've got some business experience. I can help coach you through these meetings. You do that? Thank you so fucking much. I had no idea you were a good business negotiator. You absolutely aren't. What you are is willing to overstate your skills to impress your hot friends. But we're on an ad break now, so we're going to get back to that after the break. So stick around and we'll be back in just a few minutes. Okay, let's continue. Why don't we strategize some negotiation techniques before the meeting? It'd be good to have a plan before we get there. Dang, you always forget that overstating your skills usually requires you to prove said skills. What negotiation technique will you suggest for Zoe's meeting? Whenever she's interrupted, have Zoe stand up and look out the window in a reflective, somber mood. The execs will be really impressed. Or, bring your negotiation rifle to give Zoe an edge in this bartering session. Oh, we gotta go with the negotiation rifle. Because I don't think staring out the window somberly is really gonna have an effect on executives. But a negotiation rifle, well. Ooh, so hardcore. I like it. You help Zoe practice loading a shotgun until it's time for her meeting in one of the community zone rooms. Hi, I'm Bernice and this is Marla. We're representatives from Poob, a Dippy subsidiary, partnered with Phoebo LLC. Well, isn't that a fun word salad? I'm Zoe and this is my assistant. Yes, hi, whatever. Let's talk turkey. We're prepared to offer you a hefty lump sum for the rights for this Prom thing of yours. Wait, just a lump sum? You mentioned royalties in the email. Yeah, well, the shareholders didn't go for that, but our lump sum is still quite generous. What are you doing? Just cleaning my negotiation rifle. Don't mind me. This was the right choice. Okay, well, if you take this deal, you'll have to agree not to write any Prom spin-offs or create any... Bang! The gun goes off, making everyone flinch. Whoops! Must have misfired. But hey, we all make mistakes, right? Right, but maybe you could not point the rifle at us while we talk? Why not? It's part of active listening. Pointing my gun at you shows I'm paying attention to what you're saying. Now let's cut to the chase. I want 4% of the royalties for Prom. That's ridiculous. I don't know why you young artists think you can just waltz in and... She's cut off by the sound of Zoe cocking the negotiation shotgun. Can we compromise on 2.5? It's a start. Once again, firearms prove to be a powerful bartering tool. You gain +2 boldness for helping Zoe negotiate, but you also lose 2 charm. But hey, we helped Zoe negotiate with the bloodsuckers, so I call that a win. All right, so that was the hotel. You know what? I want to go back to the merch hall. Merch hall sounds fun. Near the merch hall, you find a mysterious fortune-telling machine. There's a sign that says, "Ask a wish, and Zoltar will grant it." Originality is not your strong suit, so you ask to be big. The machine spits out a ticket that says, "Your wish is granted." You keep walking around, waiting to get bigger, but you don't feel any different. Until you look at your butt. Yes, you now have a big, juicy, +2 charm butt. Wishes do come true. Wow. You, Zoe, Omen, and April are checking out all the cool art in Artist Alley, as well as some not-so-cool art. For example, hey, you 3 lovely ladies look like you want to buy a fanzine. Actually, I'm a lovely lady who doesn't want to buy your zine. Easy mistake to make. But I'm running a special right now. Buy 1 zine, get 3 free. Don't misuse this unique sale, please. We didn't even want 1 zine. Why would we want 3? I'll never understand economics. There's gotta be something you want. If you buy a zine, I'll give you, my hand. Freshly severed. Ew. Yum. Wait, this might actually be a good bargain. I have need of a new hand. Could her appendage be attached to me? No, I don't think surgery is that advanced yet. Ugh. What good is modern medicine, then? Cheer up. The hand could have other uses. Maybe it's one of those wish-granting hands, like the monkey's paw from that cool story I didn't finish. Please no, not the monkey's paw again. If this zine seller insists on selling you a promotion, surely you can come up with a better one. Okay. What promotion do we want to ask for here? She must agree to act as your champion if you ever decide to solve a dispute through trial by combat. She doesn't seem like she'd be great at that, but okay. Or you've always wanted a pilot license. I'm not sure if she's able to acquire a pilot license for us. I feel like that's a boldness thing. I don't know what the first one would be. Fun, maybe? You know what, let's go with the pilot license. I don't think we need anyone to represent us in combat. I don't have a pilot's license to give you, though. You shan't sell us a zine with that attitude. You're good at drawing, aren't you? Just draw us a pilot's license. It's basically a commission. Smart thinking, Zoe. Soon you have your commissioned pilot's license and head to an airport. You ask the security guards to let you fly a plane. Have you ever flown a plane before? No, but I've flown in a plane, which probably counts for something. Where'd you get your pilot's license? We'll need to call the flight academy to confirm your credentials. We did not get it from an academy. We got it from the convention. Now bring us a plane. I bought a zine, and I will have my promised joyride. This sounds sketchy, partner. I feel like we gotta play this one safe. I agree. Let's let them fly a very short flight to minimize the risks. but I thought we were gonna go to and invade France. We can fly to France and then invade. That makes everyone happy. The guards let you fly a 2-hour commercial flight. That was fun. Did you hear the passengers scream for joy when we did the loop-de-loop? We're the best pilots ever. I'm just glad we're alive. And I did not pee myself, if that's what you're thinking. I was not thinking that. And now you can continue not to think it, honk honk. This experience changes you all forever. Specifically, it changes your feelings on planes, given how easy it is to trick airports into letting any old rando fly one. You gain 2 fun and lose 2 boldness. I am very surprised that loses us boldness, considering we literally just waltzed in and flew a plane with a fake license. Alright. Let's see. You know what? Let's check out the gaming area again. There's a Smash Your Bros tournament going on at the community zone. You sign up because love always trumps violence. The matches involve 8 players each, and things get horny and confusing quite fast. In the end, it's very hard to tell who actually won, but you all surely got +2 fun in the process. A while later, Zoe and Nico drag you to a local bar for a fandom meetup for the popular TV show Bronin the Barbarian. Omen joins you, since, miracle of miracles, this is a show she actually watches. Rejoice, my rowdy barbarians! Let us toast to Bronin's feats of strength. And to his feats of love. Ah, but of course, Zoe. Someone pour me another beer, bwahaha! Wait, you are the Zoe? I've read your Bronin headcanons. The idea that he gets his unmatched stamina from channeling his sex drive? That changed my masturbation sessions forever. I gotta thank you. Art truly can change people's lives, huh? What a beautiful truth! Come on, my chalice is empty. I need a drink so we can toast to Bronin's legendary prowess as a lover. Why are you 3 spreading such lies about Bronin the Barbarian? Bronin has never been shown to engage in sexual intercourse in any of the films, TV episodes, or cereal boxes where he is featured. Well, sure, but this is a headcanon. It's something that I think is canon in my head. And Omen, my dear friend, if you could see all the things Bronin has done in my head. Except she doesn't have to. You can check Zoe's Bronin headcanon blog. Believe me, it will revolutionize how you jerk off. Stop it. I neither know nor care what a headcanon is. What I know is that these myths have always been passed down through bard songs and TV spectacle, both known for their rigorous accuracy. If you insist on distorting the mighty legend of Bronin the Barbarian, I may have to slice your head off. The only head I care about is the head in headcanons, so be ready to face the wrath of my plastic axe. Let's be real, Nico doesn't stand a chance. Come up with a way for Omen to understand the appeal of headcanons before Nico doesn't have a head to cannon with. Let's see. Headcanons are sweet escapism. Would you rather spend your hours coping with the horrors of modern life, or imagining how your favorite character is really good at playing the trumpet? Or adapt to your audience. Tell Omen you're all actually talking about headcanons. She'll be way more into that. Nah, we're going Zoe route, so I think we'll go with this first one here. What do you mean, the trumpet? Yeah, what if Bronin was, like, really good at playing the trumpet? If he is, nobody has ever witnessed it. Well, of course. You see, this trumpet is too powerful to be showcased carelessly. Egads! Color me intrigued. Can you tell me more about this trumpet? It's a magic trumpet, Omen. A trumpet that can vanquish evil demons with its mighty sound. Demons? But there have never been demons in Bronin the Barbarian. You're right, and there will never be demons in Bronin the Barbarian as long as Bronin plays his magic trumpet, secretly. Wow, what a powerful weapon of brass destruction. Isn't it? I call it the trumpet that kills demons. I like that name. It makes it clear that it kills demons, which is easily its best feature. Exactly. And you know what, Omen? I brought it with me. Nico pulls the trumpet out of nowhere and starts playing it. They aren't very good at it, at least not after this many beers. What a mesmerizing tune. It sounds very hard on the ear, but I imagine that contributes to more efficient demon slaying. Nico, Zoe, if imagining Bronin having sex is as fun as the magic trumpet that kills demons, maybe I was wrong about your headcanon. See, you finally understood the endless power of... Do not stop playing the trumpet, warrior! You spend the rest of the day having fun at the meetup, sharing your headcanons, even if it's hard to hear each other over Nico's demon-vanquishing trumpet. You gain +2 fun from relying on sweet escapism from the horror of reality, however you lose 2 boldness. Okay. So we've got one more place where we can go. We can check out the main stage, or head to the lobby. You know what? We're here for the con, let's be here for the con. We're gonna see what's going on at the main stage. Ooh, keys to a successful comic. Make one or several characters hot, good start. Plant a hook early on. Add a shark, sharks are cool. Fair enough. You go to the main stage to watch a panel on how to make a successful comic. Step 1. Good artists copy, great artists steal. Seems easy enough. There are lots of great comics out there to steal from, like Spider-Man. Step 2. Write what you know. You know plenty of Spider-Man. The future of your comic looks bright. Step 3. Add a shark. Sharks are cool. Well, shit. You don't know all that much about sharks. More research will be needed. Still, maybe there's a spider shark comic by Uranus in the future. You gain +2 smarts from all you've learned. Then you meet up with Doug, Zoe, and Omen to get autographs from a famous anime voice actor. This is asinine. Obtaining some random motherfucker's signature is not worth waiting in line for an hour and 45 minutes. Oh no, is that how long we've been here? We're gonna miss the panel we wanted to see. Shit, you're right. There's only one thing to do. We gotta cut the line. How dare! Cutting the line is not good con-goer behavior. Yeah, what? The cutting is so mean. It's the only way to get the autograph and see the panel. We have literally no other choice here. I could be persuaded to do something mean, but will this not taint my redemption arc? Well, you were bent on world domination before. Line cutting is less evil than that. That's character growth, baby. What about me? I never did evil stuff before. Is my character shrinking? Nope. For you, Doug, this is an unexpected but welcome anti-hero moment that makes you more complex and cool. Oh, nice. But Zoe, you are also in the Redemption Arc program. Is this also progressing to a lesser evil for you? You and Zoe lock eyes, recalling her past attempts to destroy all of reality. Yeah, I'd say so. Then line cutting it is. But how will you do it without getting called out? Okay. Plant fake memories in a stranger's subconscious that you're old friends to make them think that they were saving a place in line for you. Solid. Just start a second line. If anyone dares to question your ruse, just laugh and say, "Ha! Of course you wouldn't know about the VIP line." Now let's plant fake memories in a stranger. We've got an Eldritch Horror on our side. We've got the power to do this. Time to go full Inception. You four put on VR headsets and plunge into the subconscious of the person at the front of the line. I was not expecting the subconscious to resemble a college lecture filled with naked people. I think this is a dream. We gotta break through it to reach this person's subconscious. I wouldn't mind hanging out here for a minute. This guy's dream is my dream come true. Suddenly, all the naked people aim machine guns at you. That's not a euphemism. You're about to get shot. Shit, your subconscious is fighting back. If we die in the dream, do we die in real life? No, but we'll be stuck in here longer and might miss the panel. Back off, motherfuckers. We have a line to cut. You all leap into a dope-ass fight scene. Being in a dream helps, because you could never do this many backflips in real life. After a Hollywood-grade action sequence, you break into the core of the subconscious. So, how do we implant the idea that we're friends into their brain? There is no time to strategize. I will beat it into his hippocampus. We are friends. These are friendship punches. You have no choice but to believe me. The dream suddenly ends. You're back in line, catching weird stares for wearing VR headsets and miming an action sequence. Whoa, hey guys! I was wondering when my best friends would get here. I saved you a spot in line. Oh, and Omen, here's the $20 I owe you. Sorry I forgot to pay you back sooner. Not a problem at all, my friend. You get your autographs, then you all head to the panel. Con etiquette, how to con the right way. The irony is lost on you, but you still gain +2 smarts and lose 2 charm. I think we need to buff our boldness a little bit. Oh, so I guess there's no middle section on the second day? We're starting a new set of 4? Okay, sure. Okay, well, let's go to the lobby, because I think that will increase our boldness. You're roaming around the lobby when a tiny little dude pulls your shirt and whispers, "Hey, you need water. It's important to stay hydrated." You know what? Little dude is absolutely right. Let's have a drink. Thanks, little dude. He offers you a bottle. You get so nervous about this social interaction that you temporarily forget how to properly use a bottle. You water yourself like the awkward little flower you are. You thank the stranger, who's left confused. Well, maybe it's not so bad. What if the water was laced? Good thing you didn't manage to drink it like a normal person. You gain +2 boldness for navigating a potentially dangerous situation. There we go. Right after that, Zoe comes running up to you, with Liam sauntering along behind her. Hey, there's my fearless assistant. Ready for another episode of dealing with corporate bullshit until Liam Prom is sold and Zoe gets her Garfield lingerie? I sure am, but why is Liam here? It's Liam Prom, not Uranus Prom, oh uppity one. I've been hired as the official Liam consultant to make sure this all goes smoothly. Someone clearly woke up on the wrong side of the coffin today. Nevertheless, you tag along to the community zone where the execs have rented a room for this meeting. Hello. We have limited time, and time is money, so let's get right to it. We're willing to offer Zoe the 2.5% royalty we discussed. We're also offering both of you an onboarding bonus and a free reusable water bottle. Wow, that all sounds too good to be true. Because it probably is. What are we expected to give you in return for these things? Nothing too big. Poob just wants to make this amazing story more, how do I put this, appealing to the average consumer. But doesn't Liam Prom's success speak for itself? Millions of people read it every... We're not talking about the unmarketable Zoomers on AO4 and Tumblr. We're talking about real customers. Yes, and our focus groups have shown that the titular Liam's personality isn't exactly universally beloved. Good. In addition, Poob has acquired some new sponsors, and they'd like to incorporate some light product placement into the Liam Prom web series. Blasphemy! I am not a product to be bought and sold. Well, that's not entirely true. I'm literally selling your likeness right now. But it's for a good cause. I need that lingerie. We'll make this simple. Which new Liam character would you be willing to integrate in order to appease our shareholders? Delicious soda hands Liam? Or sexy demon bad boy Liam? Soda hands Liam seems stupid. I guess we're going sexy demon bad boy Liam then. Isn't this just Damien? One of the other characters from the previous game. Precisely. Based on our market research, this other friend of yours is sexier, more popular, and less annoying in that way in which Liam is very annoying. Affronted, annoying Liam noises. I don't know. Doesn't it sort of undermine the very concept of Liam Prom? Not if we call him Liam. Isn't that the essence of this entire franchise? Of course not. Liam Prom is a subversive literary experiment that peels apart the myriad layers of one man's psyche. You have a panini press Liam character that's just your face plastered onto a panini press. With all due respect, it's not that deep. Don't do it, Zoe. This is a betrayal of this project's creative integrity. We tested some potential plot ideas, and it seems most of the audience loves the idea of this sexy bad boy Liam being in a love triangle with two other Liams. With lots of steamy sex scenes. You have my attention. That's the extent of our suggestion. It's your job to write it, not ours. Well, it's true that love triangles are fun, but I'm not a fan of how most of them aren't a true triangle where everyone connects. I'd like to change that. Maybe this triangle can end in something I'd like to call a Damien vampire sandwich. Okay, but we should hire this Damien fellow too, so everything's on the up and up. Sure, he can join us as a consultant. Maybe he and I could even do some poses, for inspiration. Love it! It's so great to see your creative juices flowing. Those aren't the only juices that'll be flowing soon. You gain +2 boldness for throwing your lot in with sexy demon bad boy Liam, but also lose 2 fun. But that's fine, because we had 20 fun anyways. Okay. Excuse me. I forget what all of the places do. We know that the lobby is boldness. The community zone was... I think the community zone was fun. Vendors, I think, is charm. Which means this is smarts. And then the hotel is creativity? Yes, that sounds right. So let's... You know what, let's get some creativity. Because I feel like we need higher creativity to get the Zoe. You're chilling in your hotel room and decide to browse the room service list. Wow, they have all sorts of kinds. 6-pack of beer, lots of shoelaces, even the very concept of creativity. Huh, the last one is expensive, but since money isn't a stat anymore, like it was in the last game, it'd be a net gain stat-wise. Shortly after, someone brings your +2 creativity and several shoelaces. Imagine all you can do with this. Now you're waiting in line to get into the con, but there's a commotion up ahead, and for once, it's not your fault. Sorry, but you can't enter the con with a weapon. Come on, just let me bring it in. It's part of my cosplay. That's fair, partner. We've let in people with swords and axes and stuff. Why is this different? I'm pretty sure there's a difference between a rubber sword and an AK-47. Okay, so it's a dangerous weapon and it's cosplay. Which one overrides the other? Guys, this is obviously a Schrodinger's cosplay weapon situation. It's impossible to know if this is a weapon or cosplay unless or until it's used for violence. Then we shan't know until we test it. Open fire! Are you kidding me? Of course not. This is for science, Liam. You, who are so obsessed with logic and imperial facts, cannot turn your back on this experiment. Oof, this nerd stuff makes my head hurt. All of you make my head hurt. As much as you'd love to discuss this all day, you have a con to attend. Convince the guards to move this gunman along so you can get in. Dress the gun up as a kawaii waifu. It will be undeniable that it's cosplay, first and foremost. Or, they say no risk, no reward. So is it really bad to allow a gun into the con just because it sounds incredibly risky? No, you know what? You know what? There's the whole, what was it, like, it's not Azur Lane. Azur Lane is the boats one. Which one was the guns one? Girls Frontline? Where all the guns are girls? That seems legitimate, I guess. We're gonna dress the gun up as a kawaii waifu. Yeah, Girls Frontline? Yeah, okay. Fuck yeah, this is my jam. But I've never tried to make a gun sexy before. Begin by applying lip gloss to the muzzle. It will elicit thoughts of smooching and fellatio. Oh, I've got a sexy bra in my purse. Can we use that? One can always use a sexy bra. Attach it to the trigger guard to evoke the imagery of... what is the term? Big booba. That's not going to work on... I stand corrected. It's perfect. Show the guards. You lay the rifle at the guard's feet like bait in a bear trap. Yup, this settles it. This gun is clearly being used for horny cosplay purposes. Yeah, wow. Is it weird that I'm, attracted to it? I mean, I gotta admit, guns already make me a bit hard, but a gun in sexy lingerie makes me 100% hard. I respect that. The love between an officer and his gun is a beautiful thing. Go to her, partner. The demon cop starts hardcore making out with the AK-47. Wow, he's, really deep-throating the muzzle, huh? Indeed, it's hard to watch. I need to rid myself of this memory immediately. How expensive are lobotomies these days? You all sneak into the con while everyone's distracted, gaining +2 creativity for waifu-fying the gun, but losing 2 boldness. And I assume gaining new traumas. Okay, so we can't get more boldness, because that would be the lobby, which we've already done. Let's see. We could use some more charm. Let's hit the merch hall. You find a stand at the merch hall that sells hyper-realistic VR headsets. You buy one immediately. VR is the future. You put it on and you see your surroundings. Yep, it's a scam. The headset is basically a football helmet and a pair of glasses. No refunds allowed, but the headset looks good on you. Like +2 charm good. You, Zoe, and Omen decide to visit Liam's Yaoi art stand. Hopefully he offers a friends and family discount. The 3 of you find him motionless, staring wide-eyed at a piece of paper. He seems unnerved. You good, buddy? Yes, I'm good. I might even be too good. I was just doing some warm-up sketches, trying to capture men in the throes of glorious passion, when I drew this. Holy fuck. What is the matter with you two? You look as if you stumbled upon an ambush. Let me see. This is the most beautiful cock I've ever seen. I know. Liam, I have a confession to make. I've always secretly thought that your yaoi hobby was stupid. Secretly? You told me twice just yesterday. Whatever. The important thing is that I stand corrected. This penis is the most glorious thing I've ever gazed upon. Are you selling this one? Name your price. I'll give you anything. I will give you $5. Wait, account for inflation. I will give you $5,000. Sorry, I don't think I should sell this piece. It's too much art to be contained in a single page. True. So what should you do with Liam's phallic magnum opus? Draw some underwear on it, the world is not ready. Eat it to consume its raw power. I feel like drawing underwear on it would be rude to the art. So, while I'm generally not one to eat a dick, at least not in real life, I think we need to consume the yaoi penis. You snatch the drawing and shove it in your mouth. What the fuck, Uranus? Did you just eat my cock? Fuck, this truly is the best timeline. Perhaps it's for the best. Quite frankly, Liam, I was already considering stabbing you in your sleep and stealing the immaculate cock for myself. Good point. Uranus eating your cock probably just saved your life. Who cares about my life? Uranus deprived the world of my beautiful art. Liam, that cock was the kind of cock that starts wars. It would have been the cock that sunk 1,000 ships. It was the hypothetical cock of Helen of Troy. They're writing in this friggin' game, I swear. Uranus just bought Monster Kind another century or two of peace. Isn't that worth sacrificing your perfect cock? I guess. Liam longingly caresses your belly. Good night, sweet prince. I pity you, my strange cock-worshipping friend. Would you feel better if we purchased some hot dogs? Because I'm going to get some with or without you. This experience has given me a craving for something phallic. You averted war, apparently, and got to eat hot dogs with your friends. And the power of Liam's cock inside you gives you +2 boldness and -2 creativity. Yeah, that's definitely an accurate way of putting it, Lord Plum. Okay. So, we've got the community zone, which I believe is fun, and the main stage, which I think is smarts. So let's get some smarts up, because we've already got like 18 fun. Ooh, new proposed TTRPG classes: Beige Mage, Druid 2, Guy with a Gun, and Rogue. Was this already a class? I can't remember. You sit down to watch a panel about new proposed TTRPG classes. There are tons of cool options, like Insurance Salesperson, Horse with Knife Shoes, and Steve. Your mind is bursting with new TTRPG world-building ideas to counter a Steve's naturally overpowered abilities, giving you +2 smarts. Afterward, you join Zoe, Omen, and April to see a Q&A with one of the top 3D modelers in the video game industry. Hello everybody, I'm Alice Garcia, and I'm well known for 3D rendering the digestive systems of every character in the Splash Kaboom franchise. Did she just say digestive systems? Now I know what you're thinking. Alice, how did you manage to create such realistic, fully functioning organs for my favorite video game characters? I was most assuredly not thinking that. Well, there were challenges for sure. I had to study how Splash's turbo mode would affect the shape and properties of his digestive system. These are important questions. No, they're not. Also, since Splash acquired other characters' abilities by eating them, I had to design an unusually large esophagus for it. Of course, that would never work in real life. Your esophagus would never be able to handle eating an entire person. Mine handled it pretty well the other day when I ate a very big pizza, which definitely wasn't a living person. I can see you're eager to learn more about my process, so I'm going to open the floor to questions. Pick me! Pick me! Okay, let's start with you. I prepared a list of questions about my favorite character, Pearl the Power Princess, if that's okay. Of course. I spent 60 full working hours modeling Pearl's digestive system, so I'd be happy to answer any questions related to it. I think I'll pass my turn to my good friend Uranus. I'm sure he has a digestion-related question of some sort. You take the challenge. Ask a question about the digestive system that wows the audience and woos your friends. Okay. So, first option is, when Splash Kaboom is hurt, he loses all his coins. Does this mean he somehow stores coins inside of him? And most importantly, which hole do they come out of? Interesting question. Okay, let's see what the other choice is. I've heard you can read the future by reading the entrails of a sacrificed animal. Can you check my innards and tell me if my job interview next week will go well? That's a boring question. And it's also not related to the game. So clearly we have to ask about Splash Kaboom's coin hole. Well, when I was working on Splash Kaboom Adventure 4, I decided to take inspiration from real life. So I swallowed several coins and got hit by a car. Well, method actors, am I right? I didn't learn much, so 3 months later, when I finally got out of the hospital, I looked for inspiration elsewhere. I asked myself, what if the coins weren't literal coins? Yes, the coins are a metaphor. Splash is losing his value as a hero. Liam, shut up. No, I actually realized metaphor is an insult to the craft, and that my question was dumb. The workings and byproducts of the digestive system are always literal. You're disappointed? Why are you disappointed, Valhalla? There's no place for emotions or nuance in the colon, only poop. And maybe coins too. So I swallowed a second stack of coins and got hit by another car to see if I could gain a new perspective. And this time, it worked. I'm curious about how this game would go taking only the stick in the mud options. Well, presumably if you did that, it would probably increase your smarts and probably boldness or something. It would probably just increase your smarts a lot. Because the smarts tends to be the ones that are more the dry answers. Oh, a figure came in early but broken? Oh, that's disappointing. Sorry to hear that. Hopefully you can reach out to the guys you bought it from and get a replacement. Genius. Yeah, you gotta admire the work ethic. So to sum it up, yes, Splash does store the coins inside of him. As for the hole they come out of, now I know, but I will take the answer to the grave. That was a great question. Here, take this. She winks at you and throws you a golden coin. Everyone stares at you. Are they expecting you to eat the coin? Try and just get a refund and go get a different one in person? That's definitely an option. If you have somewhere nearby you can buy it. I wish you the best of luck. It always sucks when you get a broken figure. Hey gang, I've got a fun idea. Let's go to the bathrooms and wash our hands 6 or 7 times. I'm with April on this one. Good idea. You gain +2 fun for learning some deep Splash Kaboom lore, but lose 2 smarts. Yeah, the problem is that you can't really front load any one stat too much, because if any of your stats hit 0, you lose. That's the fail state for this game. Yeah, that can happen, Valhalla. Well, hopefully you're able to get your replacement. Let's see. Okay, so we've got a shop event here. Welcome to my humble stand, stranger. Here you can get beautiful figurines with amazing properties. Hey, we're gonna get a figurine too now. They have all sorts of effects, which you will discover as you unbox them. There are different mystery box categories, each one tied to a different type of effect. I'll give you some clues on the effect types once you start looking through the boxes. So, you choose which box category you want, and before you open it, you'll decide if you want to keep it for yourself or give it to a friend. A balance between order and chaos. You can control which type of effect you want, but you won't know exactly which figurine of that category you'll get. And don't fret, if you aren't a fan of surprises at all, there's a category that guarantees no effect at all. So, ready for the unboxing? Hopefully ours isn't broken. Welcome back, Dollface. You know the drill. Choose blindly and choose wisely. Okay. Dull Daniel does nothing. These figurines do literally nothing. The choice for those who don't want the unexpected to hit them in the head. A classic. stats, but now they're people. Is based on the stat icons from popular video game Human Prom. They are said to have slight effects on people's stats. Zodiac Thirst Cosmic Office includes a first selection of 6 out of the 12 star signs you can date on this acclaimed dating sim. These figurines are said to have non-slight effects on people's stats. Want to test your fortune? Your ramen was so good. Glad you tried cooking tonight and not just using boil and add flavor packet. Yeah, ramen can be really good if you add other stuff into it. I usually put in like meatballs or dumplings along with like I'll take like a handful of frozen vegetables and chuck that in. I have also recently been like cutting up some mushrooms, and that's really really good in there as well. A bit of soy sauce, some garlic, good stuff. Okay, Buff Bugs. Oh, so you like Buff Bugs? It immortalizes some of the most legendary wrestlers of an underground insect league that was popular years ago. But beware, these big muscles come packing big effects on stats. Added some eggs and carrots, but now I'm out of ingredients. Well, that does happen when you eat. Bacon, grease, and ham is great, always need some fat. I suppose packages of ramen already are pretty high in fat and calories to begin with. I'm watching what I eat for the time being, so I'm certainly not adding any bacon grease for the time being. Alright, let's see. Landmarks in Love is a series of handsome figurines that are said to take effect on specific places, for those who want locations to get spicier. That's interesting. My Weird Little Village. Now these I would buy in real life. My Weird Little Village brings to figurine form some of the most popular neighbors of this cozy yet creepy game. They are said to be cursed. They may profoundly impact your own self, or the ones you're trying to romance. Made the healthy kind of ramen? Yeah, that's generally how I try to lean. I don't usually add eggs to ramen though. I'm not entirely sure how to go about it. Like, when you say you added eggs, did you do it like an egg drop kind of thing? Or did you like hard boil them first and then put them in? See, this concerns me. Profoundly impacting yourself or one of the ones you're trying to romance, but it says that they're cursed, so that seems bad. So as much as I would like to see what the figures are, I think we should avoid that one for now. Let's see, Major Arcana, No Mercy. You eyeing Major Arcana, No Mercy? It has some of the best characters from the hit anime of the same name. These figurines are all about sound and video, for some reason. That's tempting. I don't want dull Daniel, because that's boring. Landmarks in Love is very tempting. You know what? Let's take Major Arcana No Mercy. Favorite way to do eggs for ramen is to soft boil them, then cut them in half, or try to do a soy egg, if I think about it ahead of time. See, I don't really know how to do soft boiled eggs for ramen, because I don't really understand how you're supposed to remove the shell from a soft boiled egg without breaking it. That's always confused me. Alright, let's take the Major Arcana No Mercy here. The star. Ooh, this item changes the music for you, unlocking a new track. Neat. Crack the egg under running water or in a bowl of water. Okay. Interesting. I hadn't considered that. That might be something for me to try. I do need to actually pick up some eggs. Made my own broth with chicken stock, garlic powder, ground ginger. That's what I did with eggs. Did egg drop poached. Nice! Okay, so this is going to give me a new track. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, so I guess the Major Arcana box does not actually have any mechanical impact. Another day, another morning to devote to the comic you're working on. Time to brainstorm. Okay, why did you choose your current career? I made a bet while I was drunk. Great prospects for a good dental plan. they gave away a cool t-shirt if you joined, or to get laid. Let's see, I love soft-boiled eggs. Gotta crack them good first, too, if you can, but water helps separate the membrane from the eggshell. Neat! Ooh, got a taro milk tea as well. You know what, I don't think I've had tea with milk in it. I'm not sure, like, I haven't gotten milk tea from a dedicated milk tea establishment before. I've never had boba either, which is something that I would like to try at some point. Like, honestly, this is, like, the actual reason why I chose my job. Not the dental plan specifically, but because there were better prospects at the time, at least. This is just going to increase our smarts, though. And probably reduce our creativity. Oh wait, no, right. These ones increase one stat by a lot and reduce the others. Okay. I'm guessing this is probably boldness. Cool t-shirt is probably fun. To get laid is probably charm. Bubble milk tea, yeah. Yeah, I haven't had that. You know what? There's really not a great option here, because I would like one to be creativity, but it doesn't look like we have a creativity option. So I'm going to choose great prospects for a good dental plan. Yeah. I hope you never go to prison because of this. Crimes against color theory. Illegal drawings of people kissing. Accidental murder. You want all your murder to be on purpose, preferably. Or stealing someone else's poop. I'm guessing that stealing someone else's poop is probably boldness. Well... stealing someone else's poop might be fun. Accidental murder is probably boldness. Crimes against color theory is probably creativity. Illegal drawings of people kissing is probably charm. Oren, don't you have a decent Chinatown near you, or is it an old-style one? I do not think we have... I don't think we have a Chinatown-style area in my city. My city is very white. There is a bit of an Asian population. We do actually have an Asian market, like an Asian grocery store, up the street. But that is basically it. But we do not have, like, an actual, like, Chinatown area or Asian region in this city. I just kind of ended up here because this is where I went to college. Alright, so we're gonna go for crimes against color theory. Yeah, that's creativity. Good. That's what I was going for. Okay. New day, new shit to do. Let's start with the lobby, because we want to boost our boldness up so we don't get fucked over on that. You're walking around with your favorite magical girl wig on. It's itchy as hell. You scratch your head under your wig. Oh crap, a random streamer just recorded you doing that awkward finger wiggle. Your weird head scratch goes through the entire internet cycle. You get memed, shitposted, mashed up, and even turned into a viral dance. Alas, fame is fleeting, and you stop being cool when a CEO does the magic of head scratch in an ad. At least you still gain +2 boldness for surviving internet fame unscathed. A while later, Zoe invites you to a cafe to discuss her newest project. You can't wait for a sneak preview of the fanfic queen's latest work. So, the idea is that after Space Lord Zortath gets killed in canon, he's reincarnated as a cashier at Walfart. It'll be a true reverse isekai. Hello, friends. I see you are also patrons of what I've come to call hyperactive bitter bean juice. Did they not have coffee back in your day? No, they did. I just prefer my name for it. What are you working on? Uranus is helping me with a new fanfic. It's about a powerful villain being forced to adapt to modern society. Wow, why does that sound familiar? Oh my, I find that deeply fascinating for reasons that are not worth examining. What is the plot progression? How does this former overlord adapt to their strange new world? I'm not sure yet. we're still in the early planning stages. Can they bring themselves to accept the overpriced inferiority of the taxicab over the vastly superior locomotive? Do they conquer the intellectually barren wasteland of social media, or do they succumb to its insidious brain rot? And, are they successful in their pursuit of happiness? Uranus is here to help me answer those kind of questions. Do you want to help us brainstorm? No, thank you. Creativity is not my strong suit. I would rather listen to Uranus's ideas and harshly judge them. You heard the scary overlord. Pitch a plot for Zoe's new reverse isekai fic. Okay. The villain gets the one legendary artifact that didn't exist in his realm, therapy. Or, the villain realizes this new world would feel way less confusing and threatening if he rode a big menacing excavator everywhere he goes. Nah, I think the villain going to therapy is good. Although, that might increase smarts and lower boldness. I think we've got to go with this in order to increase our boldness. Yeah, let's go with the excavator. Color me intrigued. What is an excavator? It's a vehicle construction workers use. It kind of looks like a big metal dragon with a shovel for a head. That sounds badass. Why did nobody tell me about this sooner? I mean, have you ever heard of an excavator? Isn't your typical icebreaker. Well, it should be. I'll be back. Well, that's probably gonna be a problem. Should we go do something about it? Nah, this chair's comfy, and we still have my fanfic to work on. I'm surprised Omen was so interested in it. I didn't peg them for a Space Lord Zortath fan. I'm pretty sure they were just projecting onto the whole reverse isekai villain thing. Oh, yeah, that makes a lot more sense in hindsight. Zoe's epiphany is interrupted by a giant excavator blasting through the cafe wall. Beep beep, motherfuckers! Mwahaha! This thing is amazing! Excavating is going to be my entire personality from now on. Aw, look how much fun they're having. It's a good day to be a good friend, and flee the scene of a cafe you sorta helped destroy. You gain +2 boldness, but lose 2 charm. Not gonna lie, I can only see the devil as a part-timer. Yeah, that is what immediately jumped to mind for me. But also again, Omen's whole story is basically that. Okay. Let's see, we could use some charm. So let's head to the merch hall. You find a portrait artist at the artist alley. Apparently, he can accurately portray your soul. You've always wondered what your soul looks like. Buff, small and cute. Hey, maybe it's ginger-haired. Well. No, it's just you with a weird blue glow around you. But hey, that glow sure adds +2 charm to your looks. You, Zoe, and Nico are trying to keep Omen on task as they check in with all the vendors. You come upon 2 vendors viciously arguing. What's the problem over here? Can it be solved with the power of hope, justice, and/or friendship? There's no hope or justice left in this con, and it's too late for friends. This motherfucker thinks he can set up shop at my table. Because it's actually my table. You stole it from me before I showed up. Let me see your passes. Yep, they double booked you both to use this table. Omen, this is the perfect chance to show your value as a con representative. Do your thing. You are lucky I'm in a good mood. I will propose the perfect solution to stop your pathetic sniveling. The proposal is as follows. You 2 battle to the death. The victor keeps the table. The loser passes on to the next life in eternal shame. Sound fair? Ooh, if the clothes seller dies, can I have these sweatpants? It's really hard to find pants that fit a square butt. I mean, if they're doing this, I'm hoping the Pogs guy goes down. I'd kill for some rare Odie Pogs. You can't let the sellers battle to the death. You'll be damned if you're letting Omen get the credit for solving a problem around here. I can't believe the leg was broken off and the stand was missing the prongs. Yeah, that sucks. Think of a different way to broker peace between the 2 vendors and make your friends horny for your conflict resolution skills. Convince the vendors that all property is an illusion. Does anyone really own this table? Or perform forbidden surgery and sew the two vendors together into a flesh construct. You've sewn a couple cosplays yourself. How much more difficult can this be? Well, clearly we have to go with the flesh construct. That's not even a question. Fine, but who will do the sewing? I can't. I have a handicap called I hate sewing. Paging Dr. Nico. I was born ready for this. Should I go for a basic straight stitch, or do we want to get fancy with a cross-stitch pattern on their skin? That really isn't necessary. Yeah, it's not that serious. I'll give the table to the other guy if I have to. Nonsense! This is the perfect solution. When we're done with you, there won't be any other guy anymore. I've never worked with fabric that screamed in pain before, though. It might be kind of distracting. We should sedate them first. On it. Omen knocks both of the vendors out with a steel chair, which you guess is a sedative when applied to that purpose. Nico stitches them together, creating a horrible chimera that weeps blood with every desperate breath. Well, they're no longer screaming at each other, so I dub this an improvement. We did a good thing today. Hooray! Let's get some yakitori to celebrate. Okay, but are you gonna wash that blood off your gloves before you eat? No way, I'm leaving that on. It makes my cosplay look extra authentic. Good point. You all head to the food trucks and congratulate each other on a job well done. You gain +2 creativity and lose 2 charm. Alright. So, where should we go to next? We've got the showroom. We can't do the merch hall again and get more charm. But you know what? We're going into an ad break. So we're going to pause here and we will decide when we get back. So stick around.
Pancakes in my head, pancakes in my mind, pancakes in my bed, pancakes in my heart, pancakes in my head, pancakes in my mind, pancakes in my bed, pancakes in my heart, pancakes in my head, pancakes in my mind, pancakes in my bed, pancakes in my heart, pancakes in my head, pancakes in my mind, pancakes in my bed, pancakes in my heart. Pancake, 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 pancake song. Even if you don't like pancakes, pancake, pancake, dance, dance, pancake, pancake, dance, dance. You will have to sing along. Pancake, 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 pancake song. Even if you don't like pancakes, pancake, pancake, dance, dance, pancake, pancake, dance, dance. You will have to sing along, sing along, sing along. Even if you don't like pancakes, pancake, pancake, dance, dance, pancake, pancake, dance, dance. You will have to sing along. Pancake, 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 pancake song. Even if you don't like pancakes, pancake, pancake, dance, dance, pancake, pancake, dance, dance. You will have to pancake, 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 pancake song. Even if you don't like pancakes, you will have to sing along, sing along, sing along, to sing along, to sing along, to sing along. Pancakes, 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 pancakes in my head, pancakes in my mind, pancakes in my bed, pancakes in my heart, Pancakes in my head, pancakes in my mind, pancakes in my bed, pancakes in my heart.
Okay. Alright, so where should we go? We can't go for more boldness, and we can't go for more charm, which are the 2 weak points that we have. So maybe we should go for more fun. Yeah, because this is smarts, and this is creativity. So let's go for more fun. You're feeling lucky, so you enter a Poker 2 tournament. These nerds sure play hard. You get a Royal Flush, which would be great if one of the other players didn't play Zackrant, Commander of the Nether Galaxy. Lucky for you, you had a Helmet of Chaos up your sleeve. You equip it on your Royal Flush and beat the shit out of Zackrant. Heck yeah! All this nonsense makes gambling at least +2 fun. You later find yourself with Zoe, Omen, and Nico attending a miniature painting workshop. Time to get your art on. Hello everybody! I'm excited to create with all of you Let's take that from the top. Hello everybody! I'm excited to create with you all today. Why don't we take turns showing off our unpainted minis first? If we must, I brought this. But that isn't a miniature, it's a figurine. This is a miniature painting workshop. I failed to see the distinction. Both are small statues, are they not? I guess, but your figurine is already painted. Painting over the previous artist's work will destroy their art. Counterpoint. I believe that it will improve it. Wait until you see the fishnets I'm going to paint on this thing. Your loins will surely tremble. But figurines are too big. You'll need to use more paint than the amount I'm allowing each of you to use for free. I mean, I could just let Omen use some of my paint. No, you can't share paint. Look, miss, if you can't follow the rules, I'm going to have to kick you out. Try it. I have laid waste to better warriors than you, puny man. You shan't survive a battle against the undefeatable Omen. But you are defeatable, right? Weren't you in prison for like a century because you were defeated? Or was that, like, by choice? Not now, Nico. I think it's safe to say that tensions are running high. You should de-escalate the situation before Omen gets kicked out of the workshop. Okay, so we've got the asshole option. Call the organizer's mother and see how she feels about her son being a gatekeeping jerk. Or, how uncultured. Everyone knows that figurines are the fathers of miniatures. How do you think miniatures are made? Well, we're not calling his fucking mom. Because we're not a friggin' narc. So, yeah, we're going with this one. What? No, that's not how it works at all. You are uneducated, young one. Let an experienced Ronin explain the miniature birds and the bees. See, your evil little knight here. It isn't an evil knight. It's a paladin of chaos from the Shadow Seas. Ugh. Okay, sorry. Your paladin of chaos is clearly the child of Omen. What character is your figurine again? No idea. I only bought her because she has big boobs. I call her Captain Boobs. That sounds like a friend of mine. Okay, well, your paladin of chaos is clearly the adorable love child of Captain Boobs. You're lying. No, I'm acting. That's what lying's called when you do it in character. Acting. Omen picks up Captain Boobs and starts moving her and speaking in a funny voice. You'd rather be a narc? Well, I'm not gonna call the guy's mom. That's a dick move. No matter what the situation is. There are a few acceptable situations. I'm not gonna rule out every possibility. But, this ain't one of them. Listen, my spawn. I am indeed your father. I hope that one day you'll rule with me as the lord of these lands, despite your rebellious streak. Nuh-uh, you're not my dad. You're a figurine. And dads suck anyway, because they think painting minis is a stupid hobby. I was mistaken, my spawn. I said those things out of ignorance, incapable as I was of seeing that your passion is as valid as any other. But now I understand my error. I am proud of you, my spawn, and I always will be. no matter the size of the statues you paint. Wow, that means a lot. I love you, Dad. He makes Captain Boobs embrace the Paladin of Chaos while sobbing. Have I met any nerd dad? Well, clearly his dad is not a nerd. Yes, yes, I love you too. Now let us seize this insipid pity party so that Omen may paint some scintillating fishnets on my luscious thighs. He allows it after he's sobbed his heart out. You paint some statues and gain +2 smarts, but you also lose 2 charm. Ugh, I need more charm. My charm is garbage. I am very bad at doing charm. Alright, so we got creativity or we've got smarts. Well, we're already at 22 smarts, so let's go for creativity. You're chilling in your hotel room when suddenly a man dressed as a rat breaks in. Should have called his mom? Maybe so. But I still feel like I have the moral high ground there. He runs around while yelling, "I am the rat! I am the rat! Look at me! I am the rat!" And then he leaves as confusingly as he came. You call reception to complain. Ah, yes. That. It happens sometimes. Apologies, sir. We can compensate you with +2 creativity. Fuck it. He'll take that. Later, you're at the hotel bar with April, Zoe, and Omen when you're approached by a drunk guy with too much pussy on his mind. Hello, ladies. You look like you needed some company. Why would you think that? We are keeping each other company. Are you stupid or something? The short answer is yes, but I think he's trying to flirt with us. Damn right I am. I like your tentacles, girl. What holes do they like to go in? Heh. Hey, those are my tentacles, buddy. Back off. Home. They like to go home. Oh, you're already inviting me back to your place? I'm in. You are propositioning intercourse before you even know her name? Courtship has grown much more vulgar since my day. Yeah? How long ago was that? I love a mean nilf. Sir, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but none of us are looking for a date right now. Aw, but you'd make an exception for me, right? I'm a catch. I have something you can catch. These fucking hands. You want to play hard to get, huh? That's okay. A predator loves the chase. Rawr. Ugh, I feel greasy just saying that. I will show you predation. Someone hand me a knife. No, don't jeopardize your redemption arc for this sleazeball. I'm sure Uranus can get rid of him, right, Uranus? Yes, this is a case where you could call his mom. You sure can, and you can do it in the funniest way possible. Okay, this is the perfect time to use that trapdoor you proactively installed a month ago in case something like this happened. You just need to trick this dude into standing on it. Or call this Casanova's grandma and see if he feels like flirting in front of her. To be fair, at this point, you know he might, but let's check. Okay, I guess we're calling Grandma. Perfect. Hey, hottie, can I borrow your phone? To put your number in? Score. Yeah, no. April texts his grandma that he's at the bar and wants to see her. She agrees to come. Hi, Vinny. Thanks for inviting me out. These old bones could use a night on the town. Grandma, what are you doing here? We called her. We wanted to see if you were willing to be a disgusting horn dog in front of your sweet old grandma. You gonna keep flirting with us? No, please don't make me. Grandma's ruthless. Don't be dramatic, Vinny. Go on. Hit on these women. Let me see your technique. Okay. Are you girls from Tennessee? 'Cause you're the only 10s I see? That was pathetic. You didn't even say anything about their boobs. Why not? They have very nice boobs. I bet I could suffocate myself motorboating that bodacious clown. Wow, Grandma is, down to clown. Hey. Oh, hush, it's just a figure of speech. I only motorboat women who are over 60 these days. I like my boobs wrinkly. Grandma, you're embarrassing me. Trust me, the feeling's mutual. Come on, Vinny. You're going home to rewatch all of my flirting lessons on VHS until your skills improve. Damn, a fate worse than death. Grandma pulls Vinny out of the bar by his ear. That was certainly something, but at least it got rid of him. Are you okay, Omen? You haven't said much. Ah, my apologies. I was distracted by the thought of being suffocated by boobs. Oh, Omen. You gain +2 charm for getting rid of the annoying flirt, but lose 2 smarts. I am totally okay with that trade. Time to get back to the con. Okay. Now. Oh, we're at the top of the round again, which means we have access to all of the zones. Well, we need to get our charm up a bit. So let's hit the merch hall. Walking around the merch hall, you notice a stand full of retro toys. Hey, some of these you remember from your childhood. Actually, you remember all of them. Did this guy raid your parents' house? You buy them all just in case. Ah, life was full of charm back then, before reality made you a cynic. You might be too old for these toys today. You can still siphon +2 charm from the memories. This track's a banger. I'm glad we pulled that box. You're perusing Artist Alley with Liam, Zoe, and Omen when you come across an artist doing live commissions. Oh, cool. Will you draw me a picture of Susie the Battlecorn eating an apple? It's a fandom in-joke. Nah. What? Why not? Do you want me to explain the in-joke so you don't feel left out or something? Oh, did I tell you got Needy Streamer Overlord? You did not. That is actually one that is on my my wish list, actually. I've been considering picking it up, but just haven't gotten around to it. I'll probably pick it up the next time it goes on sale or something. Or maybe I already did and I've forgotten about it. That is also a perfectly valid possibility. No, Susie the Battlecorn is just too simple. I've been drawing easy art all day. Can't you give me a real challenge? Fine, you asked for it. Do you do hardcore NSFW? With a smirk, the artist draws a picture of Susie the Battlecorn in such a strangely contorted sex position, you're not even sure if she's the top or the bottom. Whoa, you're kind of a douche, but I'll admit, you really can draw. You want a real challenge, you pathetic pencil pusher? Fine, draw me an owl. An owl? Yes, they are creatures of supreme beauty and poise. Surely no artist could capture their... The artist shoves a flawless drawing of an owl into Omen's hand. Damn, he's good. I got something. Draw the moment the last vestiges of hope die in a man's eyes, leaving him a broken shell of a person. In less than 60 seconds, the artist draws a picture that makes your stomach lurch with secondhand despair. Damn, this guy's good. Fuck. Looks like it's down to you, Uranus. Can you stump this master artist? Okay. Everyone says hands, fabric folds, and horses are the hardest things to draw. So commission a horse with hands for hooves, winning a wet t-shirt contest. That sounds horrifying. I'm guessing that that is probably fun. Or boldness. And then we got commission 50 perfect replicas of a $100 bill, which has got to be smarts. Which I don't really think I need to get more of right now. So you know what? Let's go for the fucked up horse. No, I'm not going to draw that. Aha! You admit defeat then. Hey, I never said that I couldn't draw it, I just refused to. Therefore breaking the Sacred Commission Artist Oath. For shame! Actually, it's common for artists to refuse to draw some types of commissions. Really? I never do that when I'm taking commissions. Just because there's no low you won't stoop to, doesn't mean the rest of us can't have boundaries, Zoe. Well, what are your absolutely won't draw this boundaries then? Trains. I refuse to draw trains. Not since the incident. There's always an incident. So you'll draw anything but trains? Would you draw a horse with hands for hooves winning a wet t-shirt contest? Yes, I suppose I would. Liam takes out a pencil and sketch pad and draws a freaky wet horse for your viewing pleasure. This looks great. Do you think you could draw another one like this with Susie the Battlecorn? Take that, you bastard. Liam is like 8 times the artist you are. Whatever. Today has been a win for superior artists and sexy horses. You gain +2 creativity for making such an elaborate request, but lose 2 boldness. How do I lose boldness for that? That seems like super bold. I didn't think that one would be creativity, because that is horrifying, but... Okay. So... we can't hit up the vendors again. I guess we should go for more boldness, since we are losing it. You're roaming the con lobby when you notice a streamer right in front of you. You turn around to avoid the camera, but there's another streamer right behind you, too. You're caught in streamer crossfire. Is this like a common thing at conventions now? I haven't been to a convention since, like... Jeez. 2018, maybe? That sounds about right. Are streamers just constantly streaming at conventions like a thing now? Oh. You're technically in 2 places at once. You feel imbued by the power of omnipresence. Or at least, you know, by presence. Then one of the streamers leaves, so you're just a rando in the background. Still, you've experienced twice the power of any mortal, which gives you +2 boldness. Some die-hard Liam Prom readers have organized an unofficial meetup in the lobby. Zoe's so flattered that she decides you all should crash it. Hey, everybody! I just wanted to thank you all for showing so much love to my little fanfic. It means a lot to me. The goddess speaks! It is an honor to worship your holy work, Zoe. A most divine honor. Oh no. Cult nerds. You know, I think I'm finally beginning to understand the appeal of this fandom thing. If I had known the extent to which it allowed Zoe to control her minions, I would have gotten on board a long time ago. But I don't control my fans. They're just really, really into the silly story I wrote. I see. You used a written spell to make them do your bidding. That is smart. April, help me out here. Let me put it this way. Zoe could convince her fans to, I don't know, murder somebody on her behalf with 0 chance of it ever getting traced back to her. But she chooses not to. Make sense? Well, I do not care if Zoe shirks the power available to her. I want to make the fandom do a thing. Please? Okay, fine. Just don't make them do anything too fucked up, alright? Never mind. I don't like the looks on your faces. Moranis, what do you want to make the fandom do? If we all work together, we can devalue the euro. In high school, I had 4 kids calling me Jesus. I don't know how, but it happened. That tends to happen a lot with anyone who has long hair and a beard. People aren't super creative. At least, collectively speaking. And definitely in high school. Let's see. Stand on top of each other and build a huge fandom pyramid to see if you can all finally fulfill your dream of touching the sky. I feel like devaluing the euro is a smarts one, which we don't really need more of. Standing on top of each other and building a huge fandom pyramid seems like fun. They said it was because I kept showing up with new injuries as well. Well, I guess if you show up with astigmatism, or stigmatas, that's the word I was looking for, then that's really on you at that point. I feel like this is a smarts fun one, which are both at 20 already. So, hell, fuck it, let's devalue the euro. Make my Canadian dollar go further. Yes, stigmata. Stigmatas are like the wounds on, from Jesus' hands. If I recall correctly, it's been a while. Yeah. So, yeah, let's devalue the euro. Yes! Tremble, pathetic euro! The Liam Prom fans have declared war on thee. You all run rampant throughout the convention center, yelling, "Fuck the euro," and graffitiing "Euro sucks" on several walls. It has absolutely no effect on the value of the euro. But, thanks to the volatility of the stock market, the euro coincidentally goes down a few cents in value. That's good enough for you to call this a win. Good work, team. We really showed that euro who's boss. I guess, but devaluing the euro was way less fun than it sounded. What do you mean? I had fun. Yeah, remember when we graffitied euro, more like no, on the bathroom stalls? That was epic. True, that was a moment of poetic genius. But nevertheless, I am disappointed. I thought devalue the euro was slang for invading Europe. You people are weird. Nevertheless, you satiated Omen's desires to control the fandom without killing anybody. That's big. You gain +2 smarts and lose 2 creativity. Oh, that was a creativity one. Okay, that works for me. I did not have those, just ended up falling down a lot of stuff and occasionally had bad cuts. Well, I really can't vouch for the minds of high school students. I was not really part of any of the cliques when I was in high school. Let's see. We got the community zone. That would be fun. We don't want to do that. That's smarts. We don't want to do that. Creativity. Ugh, the only ones left are the ones where we've already got, like, a ton of points in them. Well, I guess we'll go for fun then, because that's the one that's lowest between the 3 of them. There's an auction going on at the community zone. They're auctioning the original notebook from Death Note, starting at 100 monster dollars. You could kill so many people with that notebook. You yell 200 monster dollars. Everybody in this con is broke as fuck, so you get the notebook. To make sure no one steals it, you decide to write your name in it. My man. No. Oh shit, you're gonna die. 40 seconds later, nothing happens. Death Note isn't real, dum-dum. You still had +2 fun by playing pretend Death Note. Well, good for us, I guess. You're playing a board game with April, Zoe, and Omen when you're suddenly cornered by 2 sharp-dressed women with clipboards. Hello, ladies and lady adjacents. Would you mind participating in a quick focus group? We'll give you free chips. Oh, we were kinda in the middle of something. Wait, Zoe. I am a lady adjacent who likes free chips. I would like to proceed. Great! So as gamer girls, tell us, what would be your ideal gaming chair? Oh, something kawaii and pink for sure. I like things that remind me of myself. I like you, April, but respectfully, your aesthetic can go suck eggs. I think the ideal chair would be smelted from the bloodied armor of fallen warriors, and also have good back support. That is very important. Meh, I'd want a chair that's practical above all. Or, wait, what about a Garfield-themed chair? Can I change my answer to Garfield-themed chair? Those are all completely different chair designs. Our company is trying to design a gaming chair that appeals to women. Can't you 3 agree on what women like? Here's a thought. Maybe our gaming chair preferences aren't informed by our gender. Huh. Gaming chairs not being defined by gender. That's intriguing. But we still need to arbitrarily divide our consumers to widen our offer. You have any ideas? Come on, you gotta earn those chips. You're not enthused about helping a big corporation, but there's free chips on the line, so invent a binary. Okay. Let's see. Option 1. People who think how you sit in a chair says a lot about your personality, and normal people. Is that a mosquito and a tapeworm? It is! Well, no, it's a mosquito and a leech, I believe, because they're bloodsuckers. And let's see, the other one, people who trust chairs and people who fear that any chair is secretly a wizard in disguise who wants to touch their butts. Yeah, no, I'm definitely leaning number 2. If for no other reason than to screw over the bloodsuckers. Good point. Wizards often shapeshift into chairs to catch you by surprise and murder you, or touch your bottom. Depends if it's a murdery wizard or a pervy wizard. That's why I always sit perched like an owl on a branch, so that my butt never touches the chair directly. What are you talking about? Chairs are just chairs. This is just Uranus's typical nonsense. Oh, April, you sweet summer child. I've been alive for eons. I've seen it all, and trust me, wizards shapeshift into chairs a lot. It's like the third best hiding spot to murder you. First best if they want to touch your butt. I feel like you're all trolling me. We are not. In fact, I've been double-checking for the last 5 minutes, and Omen stabs Zoe's chair. It shapeshifts into a wizard who screams, "Curse you!" and runs off. Wow, okay. Yeah, no, April, that's my face, too. Yeah. See? And because I was perching like an owl, he never got to touch my butt. I win! I can never trust chairs again. Well, if my chair is a wizard... Jeez, people drag racing down the street again. If my chair is a wizard, then it is free to touch my butt as much as it likes, as long as it remains comfortable. Well, at least April is now wiser and more paranoid, all thanks to you. Also, you gave those corporate shills some good insight. They decide to sell gaming chairs with a not a wizard seal of quality. You gain +2 smarts for your knowledge of shapeshifting and for outsmarting wizards, but lose 2 charm. Wow, I was completely thinking that was going to be like a fun option, probably. But it was not. We were just inexplicably smart. Not what I expected. Yeah, this game tends to do that a lot. Alright, so we don't need any more smarts, so we're not going to do the main stage. We're going to go and get a little more creativity. Since you have some time off, you decide to hone your drawing skills by drawing some fan art. You draw Son Goku, but you give him boobs. What a creative reinterpretation. Then you draw Splash Kaboom with a twist. You add boobs and name it Splash Kaboobs. You're on a roll. Finally, you draw Misato from Evangelion. You turn her into a green-skinned biomechanical symbiote and make her blonde. And you also give her a second pair of boobs. You deserve +2 creativity for your successful boob storming. You just a horny dude? Apparently! You're chilling in the courtyard with Zoe and Omen when you spot Doug in a crowd. Is he mingling? That's not like him. You get closer to investigate. Hey guys, let me introduce you to my new friends. They're hardcore fans of Stuck in the Underhouse, like me. Just go with it, please. Yeah, Doug's the shit. He looks just like Frack the wisecracking skeleton. Come on, Doug, say his catchphrase. Can't crack the frack. Haha, yeah, Frack, I totally know what you mean. I do not. You haven't played Stuck in the Underhouse? Well, you know what? Aw, nah, bird. Ha ha ha, right, Doug? Haha, of course. Zoe, these people are supremely annoying. Can I stab them repeatedly? That'd be taking it a bit too far. Some fandoms can be toxic, but let's not rush to judgment. What's your favorite gameplay anecdote? Mine was when we sent a death threat to that streamer for playing it in easy mode. She shat her pants. That was a total frack fest, another fan says. But I liked it even better when we doxed that fake fan who had drawn a picture of Frack eating ass. Can you believe it, Doug? Totally. He should have remembered not to frack the crack. Haha. Dude, you're saying it wrong. You're lucky we met IRL, or I'd be doxing you right now. I stand corrected. We need to save Doug before he gets bullied. Or worse, he becomes an asshole, too. Okay. So, option 1, trust carcinization, a proven form of convergent evolution in which non-crab organisms evolve a crab-like body plan. If you wait long enough, these fuckers will become crabs and leave Doug alone. I don't think we have time for that. Or, save Doug from this toxic fandom by introducing him to a much cooler, safer one. Fans of cocaine, also known as cokeheads. Well, we know that they are definitely not toxic, so we gotta go with the cokeheads. Because waiting for them to turn into crabs is just gonna take too fucking long. We've only got like another half hour in this stream. You approach Doug and tap him on the shoulder with a smirk, like the bad influence you are. And also, like, he's a slime. What harm could cocaine possibly do to him? Hey Doug, stuck in the underhouse is nice and all, but there's a much cooler fandom nearby. Want to see it? My crab supremacy. Don't worry, there will be crabs another time. There are always crabs. Always. A few minutes later, you're in an upscale restaurant with a bunch of suited-up cokeheads. Snort. So this guy was getting a fixed-rate mortgage, and I said, nothing interesting about fixed interest. Haha, right, Doug? Snort. Haha, yeah. Come on, Doug, do your line. Omen's already done 3. Especially if you do a lot or the sex. Oh, yeah, no, not those kind of crabs. We don't want anything to do with those crabs. Wall Street shall cower before me. Guys, everybody's looking at us, and you're spilling your cocaine all over the floor. Whatever, we'll tell them it's flour. Yeah, and also this cocaine is super expensive, so we're technically increasing the value of this shitty floor. That's neat, haha. But I think we should leave anyway. I've seen someone talking on the phone, and they could be calling the police. Awesome idea. Let's go to a strip club. Yes! Money, power, and big bosoms. Alright, I think we've had enough for tonight. You leave, dragging Omen out of the restaurant while she kicks and screams. But we must return. Doug, do you not want to keep inhaling dust in front of luscious boobs? I don't know. It's been cool to meet other fandoms, but I think I'll stick to drawings of boobs for now. Crisis averted. You gain +2 fun, but lose 2 smarts. That's fine with me. Time to get some fresh air. Ooh, do we get to sit with people again? Nice, nice. Time to date Zoe some more. Welcome back to the food court. I wanted to cover the last 2 important facts about this place. Conversations and guests. The first one is fairly simple. If you sit with the same romance option twice in the same run, you'll bond over a conversation. Ooh, fun. If you sit alone twice, you'll have some you time to sit and reflect on life and stuff. It's like a conversation, but with yourself. Each playable character has one of these. And what about the guests? I wanted to tell you there's 3 things you gotta do if you want to get a date with one of them. First, you have to meet their date requirements by the end of the run. You'll have clues for what these requirements are when you first greet the guest and they tell you what their type is. Second, you gotta have a fun little date with them to get to know each other better. This is done by calling them a second time when you come back to the food court. Third, remember to choose none of them when you're asked which romance option you want to date at the end of the run. And that'd be all. Now let's go sit somewhere. So I'm guessing the guests are probably the secret endings, which we're obviously not doing this run because we've already gone all in on Zoe, but maybe next week. We're sitting with Zoe, obviously. Let's talk about... You know, I don't know if she necessarily wants to talk about Liam Prom. Like, it is her fanfiction, but, like, that's what she talks about, like, all the time with people online. I want to know what's next for Zoe. What a question. I just thought with Liam Prom and all, I can only imagine your future must be looking bright. Yeah, it's wild. It was this silly little idea I had, right? Almost like a creative exercise. Can I turn the not-so-popular Liam into the center of a compelling story? And then, kaboom. Liam's everywhere. Haha, totally. The initial scope of this idea was so small, and now the sky's the limit. It started as a fanfic with some art to depict the Liams, but lately my inbox has been brimming with opportunities of all sorts. Plushies, a tabletop role-playing game set in Liam Academy, multiple offers to turn Liam Prom into a video game. Whoa, say yes to everything, sign all the deals. Next stop, Liam Prom pizza restaurants and Liam-themed lingerie. That'd be hilarious, wouldn't it? But I'm always a bit wary. The bigger you become and the more stuff you sign, the more you gotta abide by what others expect from you. That is absolutely true. It makes me think of April. I sometimes worry about her, with the whole contract thing, always having to be camera ready. I wonder if fame is that important in the end. It took me eons to find my truth, so it's a shame to see someone who's contractually obligated not to show theirs. Yeah, when you put it like that, of course it's not the same. It's gotta be 10 times harder when you're your own brand, like how it is for April. Have you talked to her? It feels like you could help each other out, since you're going through stuff that's similar in some ways. You're right. Maybe I can do that later. It's just that I wanted to talk to you too. I really value your perspective. Hey, welcome back, Ray. That means a lot, really. And oh, we got a heart with her. Nice. And so you spend some hours on this, helping Zoe surmise what she really wants, and the best parts of all these opportunities she's been given. Well, that's cute. It's almost time to find a date, but first, it's almost time to publish your comic. Now's your chance for one final brainstorming session to polish it. What's the best way to combat a hangover? You know, I have never actually had a hangover, so it's not something that I've ever had to deal with. Apparently making sure to drink lots of water before you go to bed helps, but I wouldn't know. Let's see, intense poetry slams, probably not. Passionately kissing your own hand, let's not do that. 6 years of majoring in biomedical engineering, that might help. You certainly wouldn't have a hangover by the end of it. But I think holding a heavy object between your butt cheeks is probably the best choice, as someone who has no stakes or experience in this. If you were in a band, what would you name it? Twin Dolphins of Fire, Surgical Eye Removal, Kawaii Eyes Forever, or Anal Beads Sexy Deadly Whiplash? Not that one. I think Surgical Eye Removal is probably Smarts, which we don't want to hit. Twin Dolphins of Fire is probably Boldness. Kawaii Eyes Forever is probably Charm, which we desperately need. So we're gonna go Kawaii Eyes Forever. Yeah, there we go. Good. Alright, it's day 4. Yeah, we need more charm and boldness. So let's hit the merch hall. You find some teenagers selling their own fanzines. Aw, so cute. You check them out, and they are awful. As far as you remember, you had better taste when you were their age. To show them how it's done, you make your own zine right in front of them. What a mentor. You leave it on their stand so they can sell it. They don't seem to like you, but that awesome zine you made nets you +2 charm. So you're in the middle of a plot line, huh? I'm here to explain a small twist. Normally, when choosing an option in an event, you will gain the stat associated with that option, and lose the stat associated with the other option, right? Just out of curiosity, how hard is it to be a VTuber? It really depends what you mean by that. If you just mean that in the strict mechanical sense, how hard is it to just do VTubing? It's not that hard. You need a VTubing model, or even just like a PNG, like a reactive PNG. A lot of people do that, and it's very inexpensive. Or if you're artistically inclined, you can do it yourself. And then you basically just stream, and you stream what you want to stream. Now, if you want to be a successful VTuber, that's a very different question. That is very hard, because to be a successful VTuber, not only do you have to be entertaining, but you also need to be able to market yourself, which is arguably the hardest part. Because not only do you have to be good at being a VTuber, you also need to know how to make people interested in coming to see you in the first place, and also doing all of the other business-related things in order to be actually able to make it into a profession, which is a massive challenge. It's not something that I would be able to do. I VTube as a hobby because it gives me dedicated time to play the games that I've had in my backlog forever, and also newer ones that I might want to play, like this one. But I would not be able to make this into a career. I do not have the ability to market myself in that way, and it's honestly just not really something I'm interested in doing. I like being here with you guys and having just like a handful of people in chat here that I can chat with while playing some games. But I don't really want to make a business out of it. So it's really up to what you're looking to get out of VTubing. If you just want to be able to stream some games and hang out with a few folks, then absolutely, you can do that real easily. You can download OBS for free, and you can get a model for cheap. I know, like, I've seen some people offering PNG tubers for, like, 40 bucks or less. Or even you can just draw your own. There's no rules there. You can literally get started for pretty much free, with the exception of needing, like, a microphone and a webcam. Which, like, you're looking at least probably like 60 bucks or something for like super cheap ones, but there's not a really high barrier to entry to just be a VTuber. But yeah, no, making it something you can actually make money off of is much harder. And something that you really have to decide whether it's something that you want to do. So, so yeah, it depends what you're looking to get out of it. But like this model, I got it for a few $100, and I've been using it since I started VTubing a few years ago, and it's been great. And it's been a lot of fun just kind of hanging out and playing some games, which we should probably get back to because I'm running out of time for tonight. Let's see. Yeah, so normally when choosing an option, you get the stats, yeah. Hope you were paying attention to the other tutorials. I was. Well, the last event of each plotline goes back to our classic stat threshold mechanic from previous games. What does this mean? In these events, each option is tied to a stat. You gotta guess which stat is tied to each option, and then check your own stats, okay? Then if you want to succeed, you must choose the option tied to your higher stat of the two. Okay, so in order to succeed at certain options, we need to have cleared the threshold with those stats. If you choose right, congratulations. You'll be one step closer to getting a secret ending. Oh! But if you chose wrong, then you'll fail the event and the plotline will come to an end, preventing you from getting its secret ending. No pressure, right? Nothing else to say. Go for it, player. Yeah, making a career out of it is definitely hard, but just VTubing for fun is super easy, and it's a lot of fun. Hey Uranus, before you go off and do some hijinks, can I borrow your legal expertise one last time? Today's the big day. I'm signing the contract to sell Liam Prom and buying my lingerie. If you help me close this deal, I might let you see me in it, if you'd be into that. Fuck yeah. You follow Zoe like a horny duckling into the meeting room. Hey, there's our favorite little rising star. We have the contract here for you. We've even put sticky notes where you need to sign, so you don't even have to read it. Wow, that's so convenient. Zoe, I think we should still read the contract. Oh, you think so? Good thing you're here. You and Zoe spend several minutes reading the contract. It's not great. I see my 2.5% royalty included here, but why does it say it'll be paid out in Liam coin? That's our new patented cryptocurrency. It'll definitely probably appreciate in value, maybe. And what's this clause about an arranged marriage to the Princess of Monaco? Oh, that's not for you. Bernice, your team must have mixed in some pages from a different contract. Whoops. Yeah, definitely not for you. I'll have my interns fired and replaced by Monday. Is the clause about consenting to live in the publishing office's basement with the other content farmers also a mistake? No, that one's for you. The upside is that it offers a hybrid work-from-home schedule. Your home being the basement, of course. We just retiled it. Ooh la la. I don't feel like I should sign this contract in this state. Perhaps we can make some compromises, but be aware that you won't get everything you want. That's just the nature of business. Yeah, I guess. But still, some of these clauses are straight up whack. Uranus, which one do you think we should get rid of? Let's see. The one stating the corporation retains the rights to Liam, not the IP, but Liam himself. You're not ready to say goodbye, yet. Nah, I could give up Liam. Or the clause that states that Zoe must eat a tuna sandwich as part of a marketing strategy. Everyone knows that Zoe hates tuna sandwiches. Like, I feel like Zoe will be upset if we let Liam get kidnapped by the bloodsuckers. I'm gonna go back to watching an old show I used to watch as a kid because I recently found on Prime Video. Alright, I'll, have a good night. Oh, we gained some charm for that. Oh, whoa, yeah, what the fuck? Why the surprise? We're buying the rights to Liam Prom, which is based on your friend's likeness, ergo, we're buying Liam. I feel like Liam should get a say in that at the very least. I'm gonna call him. Zoe rings Liam and puts the phone on speaker. Greetings, Zoe. Did you sell the rights? I'm chilling a bottle of wine to celebrate with you. Not quite yet. There's a clause in the contract stating that if I sell Liam Prom, the corporation owns the right to you. Like, you. What the fuck? That's what I said. It's not as bad as it sounds. It simply states that our company would manage Liam in any of his future creative endeavors. No way! You cannot tame a creative beast such as I refuse to be yoked by a big corp. Yeah, sorry. I'm not signing this if that clause remains unchanged. You also have to remove the arranged marriage clause and the Liam coin thing, by the way. Ugh, fine. Let me call our lawyers and see what we can negotiate. Several minutes of execu-speak and legalese later. So we're in agreement. Our company will retain the rights to Liam when and only when he begins a career in professional basketball. Fine by me. I still say that's kind of absurd. I have never and will never develop an interest in playing professional basketball. Then you shouldn't have any reservations about signing this, should you? Little didn't Liam know, that clause would be activated not much later. But that's a story for another day. We did it, Uranus! I'm so fucking pumped! Let's cash this check and buy the Garfield lingerie stat. Yes! Your mouth is watering at the thought of getting to taste Zoe's lasagna. Excuse you. But good things come to those who wait. For now, you gain +2 charm. Okay, so we got the charm. Let's work on our boldness. You're strutting down the lobby, proud of your amazing cosplay. A kid approaches you. Can I have an autograph, please? Aw, you have a little fan. You hand him an autograph. The kid yells, "Who's Uranus?" He leaves crying as he realizes his favorite character is not real. Well, sucks to be that kid. Who's gonna tell him about Santa? Oops, forgot to stay in character. You gain +2 boldness for being a ruthless person who just shattered someone's dreams. Shattered dreams are tasty with ice cream. Later, you put on your nicest clothes and meet Zoe at the main ballroom. You're her +1 to the exclusive VIP cocktail party for the con's featured guests. She leads you into a room filled with moneyed bigwigs chatting over cocktails. Well, if it isn't our girl of the moment. Hi, have we met before? No need, girl. We know your whole deal, and we love it. We were just talking about your, what was it, a comic book? Liam Prom? It does have a few illustrations, but it's actually a fanfic. Sure, you don't have to tell me. I'm a fan. You know, my friend and I know a lot of people in the business. We could totally hook you up. Yeah, you need connections, baby. You're nothing without connections. I think I'm fine. Shh, listen. You can tell us. How much are you making with that comic book of yours? 1K? 2K? Also, have you got a $20 bill? Here. Snort. Anyway, we can totally help you get some engagement going. In 3 months, you'll be making 20K at least. Okay. Want some of this? Don't be shy. Zoe looks at you pleadingly. She clearly wants to ditch these dull, condescending jerks, but she doesn't know how to do it politely. That means you need to free her, because that's what +1s are for. Help Zoe get out of this. Okay. Hold up your wine glass and improvise a toast so long that it buys Zoe time to escape. Or you proactively installed a trapdoor in the convention center a month ago in case something like this happened. You just need to trick these boars into standing on it. Alright, well, we didn't use the trapdoor before when we called that creepy guy's grandma. So yeah, let's use that trapdoor. It would be a waste to have installed it for nothing. Great idea, Uranus. I totally owe you one. Blah blah. Hey, are you taking notes? This advice will be crucial to increase your brand visibility, you know. Yeah, totally. But let's go somewhere comfier to have this discussion. We could be talking for hours after all. Why don't you three stand over there? That looks like a way cozier spot. Here? No, scoot onto that square in the floor that looks like a trapdoor. Why? Wouldn't you rather stand on a soft, comfy wooden door? I know I would. Then why don't you stand there? Because it'd be rude of me to take the best standing seat in the house. Come on, don't you want to stand on the smooth, supple surface of... What kind of wood would you say it is? Pine? Cedar? I thought it was mahogany. Look at its lustrous sheen under the lights. Really? I think the grain pattern more closely resembles sandalwood. It's actually particle board. You're a cheap son of a bitch. Oh my god, now they're gonna bore us to death talking about wood. Pull the lever, Uranus. What's that you said about a lever? You pull the enormous lever that these douchebags might have noticed if they weren't so entranced by the sound of their own voices. At least now they can focus on the 20-foot free fall into the pit you dug several weeks ago. Wow, Uranus, that's a deep hole. I've always liked a man with digging skills. You're more than happy to get laid for your love for digging holes and installing trapdoors. You gain 2 smarts and lose 2 charm. Aw. This means that we are probably going to fail any charm or boldness checks that come up later. Okay, maybe doing the long game was a little bit bold of me. Let's see, let's go for... well, we don't have any more boldness or charm that we can take, so I guess we'll do smarts. You sit down to watch a panel on how to break the ice and make friends at cons. Tricks to break the ice at cons. 1. Submit a full panel so people actively ask you questions during the Q&A. I feel like someone has a story behind that. The panelist admits they have no idea. They hoped hosting a panel would force them into being more social. What an honest fella. During the Q&A, a group asks the panelist if they want to join them for some dinner and drinks. It did work. You gain +2 smarts for learning this cool trick to break ice. Next year, you may host a panel yourself. Later, you're at the hotel bar chatting with Zoe over drinks. Sparks are flying. So I said, you can't even handle me at my best. What makes you think you can handle me at my worst? But they didn't listen, so I transported them to a nightmare dimension and turned their foreskins inside out. Served them right. The bartender comes by with your next round. Here's your cosmopolitan, ma'am, he says to Zoe. Enjoy your drink. You too. Oh god, kill me now. Haha, it's okay, I've done that before. One time at the movies. Nope, this is too embarrassing. I gotta hard reboot the universe, sorry. Wait, no! Horrifying eldritch screeching. You flinch, waiting for the next big bang to melt your skin off, but nothing happens, and now everyone in the bar is staring at you all. Shit, this sucks. Can we leave? I'm so sorry. I'm honestly still getting used to this mortal state. It's been an adjustment. Don't get me wrong, I'm way happier being Zoe than what I used to be. But it's hard to go from infinite cosmic power to itty-bitty laws of physics, you know? You definitely don't know, but you feel bad for Zoe. Maybe she can't hard reboot the universe anymore, but there are still a lot of things that make mortal life special. You just need to show her one. But what? Surviving a near-death experience together. It's thrilling and something only mortal people can enjoy. Or, well, you know, something mortals do to ensure their survival through the ages is, how do I put it, make babies. No, we are not being the creepy guy. Fuck that. We're gonna survive a near-death experience. Ooh, that sounds fun. And I'm like way more killable now, so there's never been a better time for a near-death experience. Cool, how do you want to do it? Maybe we can ride a roller coaster or something. Nah, I was thinking more like getting attacked by wolves. Isn't that more near-death? Well, yes, but... Yeah, you're right. Is it near-death enough? Hang on, I'll look it up. Yeah, there have only been 498 registered wolf attacks since 2002, and only 25% of people died from them. What a letdown. It looks like one of the most common causes of death is car accidents, which gives me an idea. Is this just going to transition into Monster Prom 3? Smash cut to you two in the back seat of an out-of-control car. That is a fucking screenshot from Monster Prom 3. I don't think I like this, Zoe. What's not to like? Maybe the fact that we're in a car being driven by a wolf? Ah, woo! Exactly! Now we can chill in the back seat while we have this near-death experience. Thrilling and comfy. You cling to Zoe in sheer terror. She holds you close. It's hot in an, oh my god, I'm too young to die kind of way. But against all odds, the wolf's chomping and swiping at the wheel steers you all away from all obstacles until the car runs out of gas. Bark, bark, bark! Good driving, boy. We should do this again sometime. Yeah. Or maybe we can just get food or something. It's a deal. You all get barbecue to celebrate being alive. You even feed some to the wolf, who turned out to be the most unexpected wingman, wing wolf, you've ever had. You gain +2 boldness, but you also lose 2 fun and -1 voice from screaming so much. Okay, I'm willing to make that trade. Let's see, what should the last one be? 'Cause I think this actually might be the last one. Do we want more fun? No, we want more creativity. You're chilling in your hotel room, staring at the ceiling. When you've already memorized the ceiling, you decide to call room service. Room service asks you, how can I help you? You tell room service you memorized the ceiling because you were bored. But we are going into an ad break, so we'll pick this back up after the break. Stick around. Okay, let's continue. It turns out room service loves your room ceiling. They've memorized it out of boredom too. You talk about it for hours. The conversation is enriching, and it inspires you for any ceiling-themed creative project you may have in the future. You gain +2 creativity. Later, you go to your hotel room to charge your phone and find Zoe and Doug poring over a calendar together. At 6:30, you're hosting a writing workshop, then you have that creators-only cocktail party at 8. Did you remember to schedule me an hour to cry in the shower and relive every dumb thing I've ever done? I need my me time. What are you two doing? Oh, hey. Doug's just going over my schedule with me for the weekend. Wait, did I accidentally press something that made the music stop? Weird. When Liam Prom went viral, I volunteered to be Zoe's personal assistant. I manage her schedule and moderate her social media, which gives her more time to focus on writing weird and wonderful fiction. I really appreciate the help, bud. I'd never get anything done without you. Anyway, it looks like we've gone over everything, so are we good here? And not quite. We need to talk about your 6 on Sunday. You double booked yourself again. Oh no! You couldn't reschedule anything? No, sorry. I did my best, but you're gonna have to pick one. Damn. Can I have an hour in the shower to think it over? You can't help yourself. You peek at the schedule. Which appointment of the two will you suggest that Zoe keep? Appearing as a guest DJ at the Garfield rave, do it for Garfield. Or her meeting with Doug to discuss her habitual double booking problem. Wait, so why can't Doug reschedule? Is he just being a dick? Okay, we gotta go with the Garfield rave. You're right, Uranus. I can't pass that up. It's frickin' Garfield. I've been super active in the fandom for years, but I still never thought I'd get to go to Garfield rave, much less headlining it. I'm excited for you. I didn't even know you were a DJ. Oh no, I've never DJ'd before. What? Don't you think you should try it at least once before you go on? Nah. If I needed prior experience, they should have thought of that before they invited me. Cut to the rave going down at an abandoned factory. You've been dancing to the light of orange and black striped glow sticks for what feels like your entire life. Okay, seriously, what the heck happened to the music here? No, the music's on. Why is the music not playing? Huh, that's so weird. I don't know why the music is just not going now. Woohoo! You fat cats having fun out there? You better not get lazy, because we're going all day and all night, baby. And in doing so, we'll effectively skip Monday. Say it with me. Fuck Mondays! Frick Mondays! This place is crazy, Uranus. Did you see those Odie cosplayers eating lasagna off a naked lady's body? You shake your head no as you wipe marinara sauce off your chin. Finally, a break. I need some air. Never thought I'd say this, but the last several hours have been more Garfield than I think I can handle. I gotta say, though, you really picked up on the whole DJ thing fast. I'm impressed. Thanks. I'm lucky this rave's been going for over 24 hours already. As long as whatever they're hearing sounds vaguely like music, the crowd's happy. This has definitely been the coolest, weirdest way you've ever appreciated Garfield the cat. You gain +2 fun and lose 2 smarts from raving. As one does. The last day of the con is here. Who will be your con love? Well, I wonder. Zoe. Ask Zoe to the con after party? Damn right. Let's check your comic. Ah! It's time to see how the comic has turned out. Okay, what was the goal we agreed on for these days' work? The cover, the overall plot, and 1 full finished page. Do you remember how you solved each of our exercises? Let's key to how the muse will give shape to the fruits of your labor. which is Liam's pedantic way of saying that now is when we'll see how the options you chose will affect the comic you're about to see. Sue me for wanting to imbue poetry in our day-to-day. I may sue you later, Liam. For now, I want to take a peek at this comic. Finally, the art gang gathers round to put all the pieces of your greatest masterpiece together. Time to see the fruits of your labor. Punching Harder is a comic about a dangerous world infested with Big Dong Wolves. Only an organization known as the Slayers of Big Dong Wolves can keep them at bay. But in order to join their ranks, you must prove your worth by passing a ruthless test, winning a fighting tournament. The first part of the test challenges the young warriors to compliment everyone's hats. The second part of the test, a fighting tournament. It's always a fighting tournament. Duh. Our brave hero Damien dreams of joining their ranks. All the odds are stacked against him, but he'll do his best, for he has a strong reason to join. Great prospects for a good dental plan. To be fair, valid. There's also Arabi, Damien's rival. She's cool and aloof, but her mysterious demeanor hides a dark past she carries in silence. She still doesn't know which colors combine to make green. You know, that is kind of criminal considering her eyes are green. In order to join, they will train under the tutelage of Coach, a powerful old man who retired from the organization years ago. Against all odds, he'll awaken the two warriors' dormant potential via the most unorthodox training, holding a heavy object between their butt cheeks. Will they pass the exam? Will they join the Slayers of Big Dong Wolves? Buy the fucking comic to find out. After they both managed to compliment everyone's hats, who would have predicted that Damien and Arabi would face each other at the tournament finals? Looks like today you'll get a taste of my secret technique, Kawaii Eyes Forever. I may owe you after you saved my life when I was holding a heavy object between my butt cheeks, but I won't hold back, you fuckface. Match start. Ah! Rivals turn friends, friends turned opponents. Damien or Arabi, who will become a Slayer of Big Dong Wolves? Okay. Hey, we got an achievement for getting a secret ending, which means we got a secret ending. Let's see what happens. You finally gather your courage and ask your beloved to go to the con after party with you. The after party's tonight? Aw, man. I wish I could go, but tonight there's a party to celebrate the reveal of the upcoming Liam Prom web series. You're welcome to come to that if you want. After all, it couldn't have happened without you. You totally made my dreams come true. Aw, it was an honor to help you bring Liam Prom to the next level. What? Oh yeah, no, that's cool. But I'm talking about my dreams of owning the limited edition Garfield lingerie. Maybe after the launch party I could show it to you. Yes, please. Oh my. Ah, Zoe. What a woman. She's many things. A geek, a best-selling writer, a Garfield fanatic, a former deity of destruction and despair. She's loud, she's confident, and she's unapologetically her weird, wonderful self. And most importantly, she's a freak in bed. Hubba hubba. Alright. We got the Garfield lingerie ending. Let's go. One secret ending out of 34? That's a lot of secret endings. Well, we're definitely going to be playing another round next week. Maybe we'll go through each of the girls or guys, pair people, potential partners. That's the word that I was thinking. But yeah, this was fun. Before we knew it, the con had ended. It was just 4 days, but we could swear it felt like an entire lifetime. All sorts of misadventures took place. Entire friendships blossomed, and we ourselves changed as people. The idea of going back to our day-to-day lives made us feel a bit disoriented. Promises were made of not growing apart, of meeting again soon. Still, we would lie if we said we didn't feel a bit sad to leave all that behind. But as each of us went our own way, we realized that wherever we went, these people would be there with us. And with that came a truth that, to this day, we hold close to our hearts. That no matter where we are, we belong. It's a thought that still gives us warmth, that makes us feel, once again, young and unafraid. And it reminds us that, even as years go by, we will always be ready to start.
When you stream, you would not believe what you have to deal with. So many companies treat you like
Yeah, so,
like a thief.
that's MonsterCon. We're definitely gonna try and go through at least a couple more endings, I think. We'll see how we're feeling after 2 or 3 streams. But yeah, this was a lot of fun, and I look forward to playing more of this next week. In the meantime, though, no stream tomorrow like usual. Thursday we will be continuing with Cat Quest, which we're making some good progress in. Friday we'll be continuing Pathfinder. Why did you choose Zoe first? I just really like Zoe. I think she's cute, and I think she's a really fun character. I really jive with her whole kind of just eldritch cosmic nonsense thing going on. It's very much a vibe for me, and I like her color scheme too. I just think she's cute and fun. But yeah, so yes, Thursday's Cat Quest. Friday we're going to be continuing with Pathfinder. And then next week is probably going to be the same schedule as this week. Yeah, thank you guys for coming. If you haven't joined my Discord yet, the link is down below the stream. I post all of my schedules there, any announcements that happen to come up in case anything crops up, as well as any new artwork I get will go up in the Discord server. So check that out if that's of interest to you. You can also make suggestions if there are any games you want to see me play, or redeems you want to see added, or just anything you think would make the stream better. You can feel free to drop it there. I've also been considering adding a new redeem to add images to the fishing pool for lurkbait, because that is a thing that I can do. I can add custom fish, so to speak. So I was thinking of adding a redeem to add things to the pool. You would need to be in the Discord in order to share those images, but that is something that I've been considering if that is something that people think is something that would be fun. Yeah, okay. Oh, we just unlocked a new plotline. You can now call Sawyer. And we got a new outfit for Zoe. A new comic genre. Nice. 2 new comic genres. Awesome. Let's see, we got new things in the art gallery here. Secret. Oh yes, the sexy Garfield lingerie. Let's see, what did we get here? Oh yes, Punching Harder. The comic. I guess that's it for that. Oh right, then we have the character looks. Zoe, what's your new outfit? Ooh. That's adorable! Got the Garfield thing. Okay, that's gotta be the one that we unlocked from getting the ending, because I don't recognize her as having worn that at any point in the story so far. I think she wore this in the first event that we had, and then this one later on. Yeah, she's cool. Oh, then we got the cops here, the bloodsuckers, the cultists, Damien, Zine Girl. Oh, that horrible guy. Riz. Let's see. Aw, that's a cute image. I like that. And, oh yeah, this is the gacha figure that we got, the star. And the characters that we are able to, or just character icons? Oh yeah, these are just character icons, they're not something we can do anything with. Unfortunately. Let's see, oh. I want to tick off all of the new markers. We've gotten quite a few things here. We got quite a bit done tonight. Oop. What's that? Oh, miniature guy. Jeez, he doesn't even get a name. How sad. Or who's this guy? Oh, tabletop game dev, okay. Then we got the two guys we stitched together. Walter Thompson, why does he get a name? And the wolf chauffeur, of course. Okay, yeah, so I think we're gonna call it there. Thank you everyone for coming. Again, always appreciate having you guys here. It's great having you guys here to just watch and chat with, and it's really nice to know that people enjoy what I do here. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I'm gonna head off to bed. I hope that you guys all get a very good rest, and I'll see you guys on Thursday for more Cat Quest. See you all later.